Meeting called to order at 6:04. Roll call, President Dowling,
Present.
Vice President Bell,
I'm here via Zoom.
Treasurer Pruitt is absent. Director Thompson. Present. And Director Foster.
Here. Okay. Can we all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Not the easiest thing to do. No. Diane, do we want to scoot this back a little bit, or is it good where it's at? Are you okay? Okay.
That's okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Good. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. This time I'd like to open it up to public comment. Is there any public comment? It's on the agenda, Ron. I know what you're gonna say. Right there, Arnie. We'll get right to it right now. Is there any public comment in the chat?
Don't see any hands raised in the chat. Hands raised.
No hands raised in public. Okay, moving on, we're going to go to E. Item E on our agenda is approval of participation of Vice President Bell by teleconference pursuant to Government Code Section 54953 and waiver of teleconference policy 4020.30. So Eric Council, Eric, is it Richardson? Robinson, I don't. Notified us that we have a policy stating, about teleconferencing for ourselves, and we cannot, where is it? What else here?
4020, is that the one?
Yeah, 4020.30.
Point 30.
Yeah. Why did I? There we go. And it states directors are limited to participating in regular meetings via teleconference to one regular meeting every 3 months. Directors are limited to participating in special meetings of the full board via teleconference to 2 meetings in 3 consecutive months. So if there's a special meeting, you can attend 2 within the 3 months. And if there's regular board meetings, you can attend 1 every 3 months. With that said,
Generic,
what's that?
that what you just read, that's the old one, it was revised in AB 2302.
No, this is ours.
Yes, I know, but it's obsolete,
Which one's 20? Oh, let me look that up real quick.
I can read it.
Two.
Okay, here's a. Right here. Limits for just cause. Starting January 1st, 25, AB 2302 introduced annual limit of using this exception. That says 2 meetings per year if the body meets monthly or less. 5 meetings per year if the body meets twice per month. 7 meetings per year can be missed if the body meets 3 to 4 times a month. That's adequate. This is the new law.
So, hold on there, Ron, because I'm not
yeah.
disagreeing with that part of the law. I know that part of the law, and that is pursuant to emergency and just cause. But with 4020.30 right here. So what I was trying to get at is technically last month, since we called the meeting to order and got started, that would have been March 1 meeting for the 3 months in our own policy, according to our policy. So for us to allow Mark to attend another meeting, we would have to waive that policy via vote.
You can't waive state law. It's against the law. You can, we don't have the
So-
authority to waive.
It's not, I'm not trying to confuse the subject,
No,
Ron.
I'm telling you what the law says.
I know what the law says. I've read it very, very well. And, we're gonna disagree on that. Well, actually, we're not gonna actually be agree on all the law, interpretation is a bit different, but what I'm getting at is under, 5-4, God dang it,
40-20,
54953,
You're talking about the main,
the main law,
yes.
54953,
Superseded
Mark,
by these amendments.
and we'll get to that, because I don't even want to argue about that this evening. And I'm not here to argue, and because interpretation, I can read the whole law and you'll read it one way and I'll read the other. And so I don't want to argue about that, but under our policy, what we can agree on, because we have it right here, under our policy, Mark can't attend 2 regular board meetings in a row, under our own policy, that we can agree on.
Well, they just did.
Well, he can't vote in 2 regular meetings, he's still waiting approval of whether he can vote or not. So what we have to do is, under my personal view, last month was not a meeting. But technically it was, so. And we'll just do it pretty simple. I'll make a motion to, waive 40-20.30 because I think all board members should have a voice. Any second?
Well, I seriously regret this.
Well, you don't have to second.
I'll second.
Oh, you're gonna allow it?
Yeah, because this is gonna be, voted down.
Well, so, okay, public comment? No public comment coming back. Roll call vote.
Let me, can I make sure there's no public comment?
Yeah, see if there's anybody got their hand raised.
See, I think the problem I'm having,
This is the legal law.
I know that, Ron, I know, I've read that law plenty, I've read it from front to back a million times.
you know what was confusing to me though, was the fact that if, that does mark, there's nothing that says yes or no. Does Mark get to vote on this? Because if he's not really part of the group yet, because it hasn't been approved, he shouldn't be voting, correct? He shouldn't have a vote.
No.
Right.
Right, according, just so the one that we can agree on. According
Hear
to
me,
Lieutenant-
hear me out on this.
Okay.
This is my trump card, okay? This comes from,
Is there any, hold on real quick, Ron, too. Is there any hands raised?
I don't see any hands raised.
Okay, so let's get into this real quick, Ron, and and then we'll have a quick discussion afterwards, and then we can put this to bed. So can we get a roll call vote, please?
Give me 1 second. I've got another participant that is.
we haven't had a discussion on it here.
Oh, no, public,
We're trying to do.
well, just on the one motion, she seconded, came back. There was no public comment.
This came from the office of Assemblywoman Blanca Rubio. She wrote 2449.
Mhm.
She was the author.
Right.
This came from her office, and I will quote.
I talked to him personally.
Thank you so much for reaching out. To the best of my knowledge, in AB 49 for 2449, Rubio was drafted in 22. The only way a member of a legislative body to be on Zoom is if they have just cause or emergency circumstance. If SB 707 is drafted by Durazo, 25 is signed into law, which would not take effect until early next year. It would have a slight change in the meeting rules to make all of your questions anyway. And that was come from her office. She drafted it. It is against the law.
So,
So I will dismiss myself with regret.
no, don't dismiss your.
With regret, because you're gonna continue this meeting.
You're not,
And I
Ron, I'm trying to just listen.
I will not be
I'm
a
going,
part of the
no,
illegal.
you're missing the whole thing.
No, I'm not.
No, Ron,
You're
please,
missing it.
trust me on this.
No.
Stay, just until we get through with this vote, and you'll see.
You want me to participate in an illegal
It's
meeting?
not an illegal meeting
It
yet.
is.
No, just, please,
It come right out of the Congress,
please,
right out of her.
just listen. Mark hasn't voted on anything yet. Just,
Mark has no vote.
just, would you please just hold on a second? I'm not arguing with you here, Ron.
Why?
Because it will go down. It's gonna go down. You better not.
Okay, can I get a roll call vote?
Director Thompson,
No.
Director Foster,
No,
President Dowling.
Yes. Vote fails to pass. Sorry, Mark, you will not be able to attend except for as a member of the public.
Okay,
You understand what I'm
I
doing?
can do it now. Let's do it. Let's get to work.
Yeah. Thank you.
I understood.
I'm not
But I
trying
get
to,
his point though. I get his point
well,
because.
so I just want to have a quick open discussion on this, because you and I will have to sit down and actually go over what a lot of people misconstrue in the Brown Act of what I see, because in, the California Small District Association, the CSDA, they actually write, that, and every lawyer I've talked to and everything else. So, and if you don't pose the question the right way to the people, they get confused on it and they go, yeah, well, according to 2449, when you're addressing section F of 54953, you go, well, if you're just addressing that section for emergency and just cause to attend by Zoom and all that. So what they're saying when they say that is, yeah, when you're addressing that section, that means you don't have to post an agenda to your location. You don't have to have public access to that, to your location, all these other things. And then right in F, in the law, when you read it, it says, and if you don't do these things, you have to follow B, section B3, which is further up in the law, which means you have to post the agenda. You have to, have your.
Can I back up, back up? The first part that you're talking about
Mhm.
is specifically all about if there's emergency, time.
No, that's in,
No, the whole section, the whole.
no, no,
You need to get this.
whole.
I know this front to back.
So do we.
Front to back.
Too.
And so here, actually, let me see this real
How
quick,
can
because
you,
we're
how
just,
can you know it front to back?
I know.
And the one that you got on the website, on our agenda, it's missing of
So, right-
information. Did you know that?
What-
It's, the stuff's deleted out of it. The one that you had on the agenda, the agenda packet is not the same one.
So 54953, here we go. So B, right, and then you go all the way down through 3. And so when you go to F, and this is where everybody gets confused, and I pointed this out before to other people, and they don't see it that way. The lawyers and everything I've been able to research, I have not found it a different way yet, but it doesn't really matter, because we gotta get somebody up here to adjudicate this for us, right? An expert that you guys trust, that we all trust.
Who would that be?
That's what I'm trying to
It's
figure
not
out.
the chronic people, right? I hope not.
I mean, I don't know how much more convincing.
Yeah, I know it. It's.
Well, so-
Right here is 2302.
Ron, I know, I've read it all. Trust me.
Then why can't you believe
Because, listen to this,
just cause?
just give me a second, if you bear with me. And and you're probably not gonna believe me, because I think you're missing it, you think I'm missing it, so we're kind of seeing past each other here. But, F1, which is where 2449 comes in, right? The legislative body of a local agency may use teleconferencing without, here's the thing, without complying with the paragraph 3 of subdivision B. Right there,
Without complying for what?
without complying with paragraph 3 subdivision B,
And what is that?
that's all the way back.
You can only teleconference 2 exceptions, and they're both health related.
That's if you're under,
Yeah, that's right. It's health related, that part, yes.
again, so.
That's the only way you can do it.
And you haven't given us any Brown Act information. All I hear is, oh, it's in the Brown Act, but you haven't provided us the actual.
Well, this is the Brown Act. This is the Brown.
You know this.
Yeah, this is the Brown. Oh,
He's
these
on
are,
both ones.
so B.
That's
there
the
we go.
Brown?
Yeah, there's government code. This is the Brown Act. Yeah, it's state code. That's the Brown Act. It's all the Brown Act.
2449 and 2302 are Brown Act.
Yeah, and it's,
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a, well, more updated.
so, and here we go. So
49.
B. Did not know that.
B1 is notwithstanding any other provision of law, the legislative body of a local agency may use teleconferencing for the benefit of the public and the legislative body of a local agency in connection with any meeting or proceeding authorized by law. teleconference meeting or proceeding shall comply with all otherwise applicable requirements of this chapter and all otherwise applicable provisions of law relating to a specific type of meeting or proceeding.
What that
Teleconference,
means
and it
is-
says,
What that means is people in the public, you can teleconference them. It does
Yeah.
not mean an exception
Yeah.
to joining.
It
governing body.
and so Ron, in my opinion, it does from what I've read, and I can already tell, and I can go through the rest of it.
We've
So-
already read it.
Well, I've read it a lot too,
Well,
and
here-
so I get the
Here's
difference.
the thing that's
But we'll
bothering
just have to
me.
get somebody up here, but
You're
we
going,
us that we can go.
see, here's the part that bothers me, is that you read this and you say, well, this is what it says, and then you stop there. If you
No, if
continue,
you, exactly, if you, I can read the whole thing, I just don't have the time.
if you continue, no, you don't have to, because we've read it 100 times as well. If you continue, that's where it goes to what Ron and I are talking about.
Down in F.
You have to have a just cause or emergency, and you
For a
don't go
board
that far.
member to
Or a
teleconference.
board member, yes,
Both are not,
the
but you
teleconference.
just read the public.
That's in F, so then, like I said, we're going to agree to disagree on this, because right now it doesn't matter.
Yeah, doesn't.
Right, so what we're gonna have to do is just get somebody that we all trust, right? That can come up and give us a.
Not one of our attorneys.
Not a crony, not a crony,
No.
nobody from crony.
Well, and like I said, that we all can
I
trust.
have another one, Mike.
I got something?
I gave you two.
Oh, yeah, he did his paper.
Which one was,
It
was
was,
it this one here?
no, that's
It's a
fine.
big one, thicker one.
Yeah, it was the
That's
legislative,
the one with
the legislative code.
I thought that was the one.
this is 2449. I gave you 2302 also.
I just remember that one, Ron. I don't remember. I don't see any other ones, and I'm not a Houdini.
Yeah.
Anyway, so with that being said, we'll get something figured out so we can get that explained. Cause that, I think we all could use to have that explained to us very well, and like I said, I don't care one way or the other, it doesn't really bother me. But the way I've read it and over again, the people I've talked to, that's the way they say it's done, so that's where I keep going, man, if this is the way, and I haven't seen it another way yet. So that's, but I don't begrudge you for
I'm not
thinking
saying
it's,
you-
I don't think it, I don't begrudge you for thinking it's the other way, I just think it needs to
I've
have,
got it. in
be
This one,
explained.
I've got it in this one.
Oh, I know, I know all of them,
This one,
I've sat down with plenty of people on.
Gmail,
Well, you know what's interesting to me is that I noticed,
Gmail,
I didn't know who you were consulting.
board members,
I didn't know who you were
there's a
consulting.
law brief.
Yeah, it always says the same thing.
This is a
What?
fine law.
And Ron, I would like to, just so we're not wasting a bunch of time on it tonight, because it's not needed, we can move on.
Well, I would like to make one comment though, because you had me to comment, which I didn't know who you were consulting early on. This was like a month ago, and you said, and then I saw it somewhere in the notes that you consulted with Placer County Attorney, correct? The Placer.
No, I did not, no, I called them, and then I called,
And they didn't say anything to you?
they haven't gotten back to me yet. So, but I did talk to some people there just on an off basis, and they were saying, yeah, you can teleconference. And then,
Wait, in the supervisor's office told you that?
yeah,
Okay.
as far as they, so here's the thing, so, but then I tried to call their legal. And their legal wouldn't get back to me on it, they said that they can't talk to us on that.
Well-
And I said, okay, that's fine.
Law firms that can't apply.
Yeah, they couldn't advise us on that, so I was like, okay, so we can't get that. I was trying to get to them, but that was, after that, though, they told me that they couldn't advise on that.
Because
so
I
it's kind of-
talked to Suzanne Jones, who's District 4,
Okay,
and she happens to be a friend as well. And I was telling her about this, about the fact that Mark was able to participate. She was shocked. I says, she says, that is not allowed on our board. If you're on vacation, you don't participate on this board.
so here's the other thing too, is, policy can be made up. We can address policy, we can say policy, so we have the overarching, right? But then we can also say, no, you can't do this at all.
Yeah, that would be nice.
You see
So
what
we
I'm
could
saying?
incorporate the
You're
law.
trying to waiver a state law.
No, you wouldn't be wavering, you'd be
Yes,
adding.
you would be. You change it,
There-
whether you add to it or subtract,
there's a,
you change the law, and that's a violation. That's prosecutable.
No, but I.
We don't have the authority to change California law.
Aren't you saying though, aren't you saying, well, I think that I understand what you're saying. You're saying that we can take the law and then do our policy with the law, with the law, going along with the law, isn't that what you're saying? To revise that particular.
And we could
area?
actually, and we
To
could,
go with the law.
add on to it saying that we don't, like, we don't do teleconferencing. We can say that, that's what I've been told.
Yeah, we-
But like I said,
Why can't, what do
You
we do?
can't-
Oh, you
you
can't.
can't not teleconference.
Yeah,
You
you
can't-
can teleconference.
no, like you say,
You're obligated. If the public,
Yeah, what does that mean when we say
that you
that?
have to, I've been told that you can make policy to, you have to attend, unless it's an emergency situation, you have to attend in person.
if a handicapped person wants to watch this meeting,
Oh, yeah, you can,
you are
well, no,
required.
that part, yeah, obvious. But that's ADA, that's different than Brown, but in regardless,
It is the Brown Act.
is ADA the Brown Act?
The Brown Act is about meetings, period.
Yeah, well, you're right about that. So either way, like I said, I'm not gonna, I don't begrudge you guys, we just need to figure that out and get that set in stone from somebody that we all trust.
Yeah, but not Cronin's, department.
Well, it doesn't matter to me, if you guys don't. Because what I think is one thing, and Chronic thinks the same thing that I think, which is fine. But if you guys don't trust what they say, then how am I gonna convince you that it's the other way, or how are you gonna convince me? You gotta get somebody that we all trust.
Cronin has done something to both of us that was very unprofessional,
Well,
and I don't trust the guy.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not here to debate that. What I said,
Okay.
what I'm saying is we have to get somebody that we can all trust, that we can go, okay, this is how this, right? And have a good, honest debate about it and go, okay, where are we missing? What am I, because I'm open, I don't care if I'm wrong. I really don't. It doesn't bother me. It does not.
Well, to us, we want the law to be.
No, I want the law too.
Yeah.
And but we're just interpreting it differently and none of us went to law school. So that's, that's a bit of an issue. So
Too many repetitions to be interpreting it wrong.
that's what I would say to you as well, Don. It's the same thing. Talk to Steve Smith about it. I mean, him and I had a 4-hour conversation about it, going over it. And, he wasn't able to convince me the one way and I wasn't able to convince him.
Messenger
Yeah, and it's, we're gonna go back and forth, because when I read the law, you and I can both sit down there and read that law all the way through. And sit there and read it, and I'll go, yes, see, this is where it goes back to here, this is what Steve and I did. Just the other day, and well, I said, yeah, this is where it goes back to here, this is why we gotta do this, because this is where this is in. And Steve goes, no, that takes precedent over all this. And so then you have those two interpretations, right? And so to me, like I said, it's not,
It's crystal.
I agree.
Right here, you read, 40, 20, 30. Directors are limited to participating in a conference, one regular meeting every 3 months. I just read you're going to do 2 per year with 5 members.
But that's in our
And
policy.
this is in violation of state law. It needs to be,
But we can work on that.
But what
I'm saying that.
I'm saying though, Ron,
But you issued this as,
what I'm saying is that one we can at least agree on, that is, at least that portion is correct, right? We can all agree on that.
Not really, I don't agree with that, it's true, because you can't, he has to, if he's on vacation, it doesn't apply to him.
Well, or say, what I was trying to get at is, this is at least his second meeting. But like I
He
said,
shouldn't have been in the first one either. He was on
That's-
vacation.
that's debated, plus there's actually,
It's not debatable.
there's
The
actually,
law.
here's the thing too, the state code allows for things, so if a person is attending, so here's a perfect example. Let's say, a person attends remotely, okay? And that person,
I mean, the public,
no, board member, say a first, board member has just cause, right?
if they have just cause, okay.
And,
all right, let's take an example, prove
and attends remotely, right? But then,
He's an example.
they violated somehow, there's a violation somehow.
Well, how could they violate if they're doing just cause? And all they have to do is,
Let's say his just cause wasn't, let's say his emergency wasn't really an emergency.
oh,
Okay, that would be violent. We didn't know that until
it.
2 weeks after.
Say he lied.
But let's say the board member lied, right? Not Martin, obviously.
Yeah, yeah,
What I'm
yeah.
just saying, just in
Yeah,
general.
yeah.
So let's say that board member lied, right? And they attend the meeting all the way through, right? So, because that got me, why can't we? So if that person, but we didn't know, and we would be in violation of that, how would that be? So what it is, there's a cure and correct. So
Yeah, I'm familiar.
the
with that.
Attorney General's office, so it basically says, if that person is attending, right, and their vote just doesn't count, but if it is a deciding vote, let's say that person's vote was a deciding vote, then we would have to cure and correct, we'd have to put that item back onto the agenda and re-vote for it.
But
So-
see, what you did is you didn't go far enough.
So, what do you mean?
Just that, if you give just cause, you have informed the board already, that you have just cause because you have a relative that is sick, that I won't be able to attend the meeting. But the emergency part is that they can't tell you, but what you have to do, they have to give you a statement of 20 words or less, telling you what the
Yeah.
problem is. Not medical terms, but what the problem is. This has to be done.
Well, true, but what if that person lies, is what I'm getting at, and so you don't know, but if it's proven afterward, then you can cure and correct, and so the violation becomes, well, we just cure and correct it, so if Mark was attending last meeting, right, or if he was attending this meeting, anything that he voted on, if it's proven, right, through the, cure and correct clause or something like that, if it's proven that he's not allowed to vote, his vote doesn't count, and if it's a deciding vote, we have to resend that, re-see that agenda item. So,
Shouldn't have to vote anyway,
but that's the whole thing.
because he's on vacation, admitted in August.
But I was using that as an example, so okay, and here's another thing, what if Mark said that he was, just cause, yeah, just cause, but then he was on, and then he went on vacation and we didn't know about it. Right, so where that would be, there again, so there's items to correct it, so that the Brown Act actually gives you ways to go, okay, if this person, because they know we're not all legal scholars. If this person wasn't supposed to attend, this is what you do, if you're in violation, this is what you do. So if they were in violation, then we cure and correct. And if their vote didn't matter, let's say it was a 4-0 vote, we only need 3 to pass. Then you move forward because it's 4-0, it doesn't matter, 3-0 was all you need to pass. Yeah, we can't, you were the one who brought it up, Ron, I'm just saying.
You're making a midnight thing out of it. You're wrong.
I mean,
You'll see.
that's okay, Ron, and if I see you, I'll be happy to admit it.
Got it right here.
I got the same
I
thing.
got a whole box.
But I am wondering though, I hate to go on, but I know that it still bothers me that what was in our agenda packet is there's some stuff missing, there's some information missing. You know what I did last night? Took me a long time. I put down the agenda packet one, the identical one that I took off the computer, they're identical. But when I went through it, there's this missing for the agenda packet, there was a letter that was changed from, what did I say it was, D to something else. I was curious, not that it really matters anymore, but the fact was, there was
So
some.
you're saying these letters were changed, some were dropped and some were changed?
Well, no, not on that, not with it.
Okay.
On the original one.
We're gonna, and Diane, if you can show that to me, that'd be great. Send it to me underneath that, please.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's gonna take me some time to go through it again.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, I will.
so anyway, I'm gonna move on to our consent agenda. All items listed under the consent agenda are routine in nature and may be approved by one motion.
I'm disagreeing with the agenda.
Okay. Well, so we're just gonna approve these one by one then. So
Well,
approval,
no, oh, yeah, okay.
so it's item number 1, approval of the agenda. What is?
My problem?
Mhm.
Okay, I put in 6 agenda items and not one of them was put on the agenda. Not one. I have no agenda items on this thing.
Are these not all your agenda items? All over here?
Yep, and they were supposed to be in the October, and they're not there, and some of them, they're not there.
Hank, can you help me out here?
So the 6 agenda items are K1 through 6.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have anything like 1, 2, 3, 4?
Well, it goes,
Oh, what are you looking at? Are you in October, what is?
yeah, October.
That is, that's September. I think that's September.
Thirteen.
Well, I'm on October eighth.
Yeah,
Okay,
October
25.
8th, and if you look at the third page, these were all the agenda items I sent to your email. I
Yeah,
sent
and they're right here. They're in the agenda.
But, no, but they're not, we're not discussing them tonight. It's not on tonight's discussion. That's my complaint. And 3 of them had to do with the grand jury, stuff.
Well, we are going to discuss it tonight.
No, you
Oh,
have.
no, future agenda item.
See,
Okay, so,
One thing on this agenda tonight, not one.
future agenda items are to help the general manager. And Hank, what was our reasoning for that? Because this is the first time we're seeing these, correct?
You'll find it in the.
Yeah, we had a telephone conversation.
Yeah, and so with that said,
And I will tell you also that number 1H, I did not request that. And this is the 3rd month in a row that stuff's been on the agenda that I did request. Okay, now.
it doesn't, it just says director request to discuss hiring an in-house
I
finance
did it,
manager.
I did it.
It just says director, it doesn't say name.
Oh, then who did it? Who?
Just that, okay, so it's just a director. I mean, you did eventually, but remember when
Yes,
back in,
and I pulled it, and because you wanted me to, I pulled it in August, okay?
and we said it would come back in September, but
No,
then we didn't have
I
it.
said, no, I said that I dropped it completely. I dropped it, but.
I didn't have it.
Okay, well, regardless, the fact is, we've already discussed it. That'll be my point. It says review and approve review. No, director request to discuss. We discussed this in
In August,
in August, and here is what came out of the August meeting.
but we decided to do an RFP.
President Dowling, this is August,
Yes.
regarding this one here, so it doesn't need to be here anymore. President Dowling made a motion to place a board developed request for proposals to recruit a finance manager on the September meeting agenda, which I understand we didn't have September, so I'm thinking we should do it today. Under the Board of Directors action item, the motion was seconded by Director Coster and carried unanimously. You see, this one here, we've already been there.
So this one is actually to discuss the actual RFP and the wording.
Well,
To
this.
actually, so we could give it to staff so they can put out the RFP.
It should have been, let me see.
This is your item number 6.
Yes,
Yes, it's the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing.
That's how we're gonna discuss. I mean, you might not think it's that way, but that's
Oh,
what it
no,
is.
no, there's a difference between discussing it and the subject of posting the,
We're discussing the RFP.
yeah, but that's not what this says. That's what I'm saying, is that that's not what this says. This tells me that we're going back to August. So there's.
So we're not going back.
No,
We've got
we're
it.
not.
Yeah, we're not.
We're not. So what, okay, so you're in agreement then?
Yes.
Then we take number 6 and we put it in here, correct?
Number 6 is number 1.
Yeah.
Combining number 6
Okay,
and number
but
1.
you see
Okay,
what
so
The confusion is though. right?
I understand your confusion there, Diane.
Yeah. And plus nothing else was put on either. Nothing.
So we'll go, combine K1 with H6 under,
Yes.
or K6
Yeah.
under H1.
Yes, understood. Yes. Yes, because we're gonna discuss the,
Under H1.
our.
Okay, so
Our-
there's that. And then revision of policy 2 discussion. So we haven't brought that one up yet, so that would just be a future agenda item, or we can put it under discussion.
Which one is that too?
Number 1, K1.
All right, well, let's put it in, November, but I am,
Okay.
but
Well, so if we're gonna, so which ones,
do I want to put on? For sure.
yeah, and then we'll go
Okay,
over that.
the one, let me see, it was the one, what's the number? It has to do with the secretary. It goes with the secretary one that you have on the agenda.
Oh, it's 2360.
Yeah,
Two.
is that where it is? So which one? Yeah, that number 2. I would,
So-
2 should be combined with yours.
Okay.
Okay.
so-
Okay, so that's what I just, yeah, so that one. And then also the grand jury one, that would be number 3. Number 3. I'm sorry, not the
Oh,
grand
number
jury.
4.
I'm sorry, it would be.
Number 4, you,
Water rights permit. That's
So-
really important.
we haven't seen that one, so we're not gonna do it, just, we're not gonna do an action item.
You haven't seen it. What is that?
It hasn't been on previous agendas, so this is like you're just presenting it to us. So, but we can discuss it
We can discuss it tonight?
We can discuss it when no action might be taken, but we can discuss it.
All right, okay, so.
So we can put number 4
All
under
right, I'm good with.
J, under J.
Yeah, whichever you want.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that's it, and then I just have one other, it's not anything about the agenda, but I'll give this to you,
And approve revised form used to establish performance goals. Okay, so that one's,
that's for
so
you,
that, and then that, so combine that
and this is
with,
for Hank, and then anybody else that has it in there. I just say this is the cash disbursement register is what it is. And my complaint is this, is that the last 2
wait, does
months,
this have to do with the agenda?
well, it's a part of the, yes, because you're approving,
Oh, it's for July's.
it's for October, but we're looking at the agenda, correct? So we're looking at the agenda.
Yeah, which
packet.
portion is this one?
This one would be. This one's no, but, no, okay. If the disbursement, I guess I don't, yeah, the July is in our packet for October, that's right, because they're always 2 months behind. On August, September, yeah, they're always 2 months.
Because we
behind.
have July's finance report that we're supposed to file.
Yeah, but one point, it's real simple. Look at the difference. You just, well, you have that. Look at it. Look at the, you can't read it. Well, this is. Yeah, wait, which is, that's what, this is the way it used to look like.
Mhm.
And this is the way, the last 2 months, you can barely read it.
It's just more items.
No, it's not that.
No,
They've reduced,
That's what-
no, it's not that, because there's been times
to
that.
fit it onto one page, I'm guessing, but that's, I mean,
No,
What is,
you're,
what
no,
is this
I'm
November
trying to, well, no,
24?
it was an example, it
Okay.
was an example.
Okay.
This is how it used to be, the pipe, the type, and this is the last 2 months. It's not because of the pages. Because there's been others that I always go through these disbursement really carefully. And there's been 2 pages and they've always been readable. They're large print.
okay, so,
I'm saying that this print, I'm saying that Hank needs to enlarge it so people can read it. That's what I'm saying.
in the packet, okay.
Yeah, and you look online, if the public looks on our agenda packet, you can bear this is unreadable.
Okay, so,
With the computer, you can
and
bear this.
what page number is that?
I don't think I put it in there.
14 of
Oh,
63.
but you could find, yeah, you could find
10
it.
of 20, no, so 14 to 63.
You could find it in the packet somewhere, but it would be July.
Okay. Okay, 14,
It needs to.
63, so I'll make a motion to approve tonight's agenda with the enlargement of text enlargement of page 14 of 63.
No, of all cash disbursement registers in the future.
Of all cash disbursements,
All print.
all print in the future
All print.
to a legible size.
Yeah, legible
Okay.
size, that's.
Okay, and then combine case 6 with H1, under H1. Put number K4 under J. And K2 combined with I1. Can I get a second?
Oh, I said,
Okay, all in favor?
Here's an example of ours.
Oh, okay.
This is unacceptable.
And just what you guys want larger. That's fine.
I don't care if it takes 4 pages.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
All in favor?
I,
Aye.
I didn't catch the second on that.
Diane. Okay,
And the
next,
vote was 3.
3-0, yeah. Next would be approval of August 13th and August 10th, or September 10th, regular board meeting minutes.
yeah, I'll second it.
I didn't make a motion. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes. Diane, you second?
I second.
That's
it.
right.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
No, not those ones. I did.
August 17th?
No,
No, not the special meeting,
but the meeting that.
the regular meeting.
that we really didn't have.
the 13th and the.
Yeah.
And the last one.
Yeah.
The 10th.
So-
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That was 3-0.
3-0, yep. And then, receive and file combined financial reports for July and August of 2025. I'll make a motion to receive the financial reports for July and August.
I second it.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Diane?
Yeah,
Yes.
I.
All, yeah, no opposed. And then approval of August 17th special board meeting minutes.
Those.
I do not approve of those, Diane. The only reason why is actually you did a really good job capturing everything as far as what was discussed, but there were no actions recorded. It's like unanimously decided. So when minutes are taken for us to file them, let's go with, where's it at?
What does that mean, actions? What do you mean?
When we're just like we did the first, second, and all in favor, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we have to state, so when a motion, we have to state the motion. So there has to be the motion, what the motion was, who seconded the motion.
I don't have that. That would be Mark.
But didn't you have it on,
Jake?
yeah.
No, I didn't tape it.
Oh,
But Mark was the one that he's the one that did all the stuff on the computer. I think he's done the second and stuff like that. I think. I don't have, oh.
okay, so that would be, we're gonna have, so that's why I'm not approving, it's just because we don't have.
All right, okay, yeah, ask Mark if, because I don't even remember if we did that. Well, you were there.
No, I was there, I thought you were doing it, and I thought Mark was doing it too, both at the same time, but then it's gotten across somewhere.
Did we though, it's vote? Did we vote?
Yeah, we voted on all that stuff. There was like 17 action items, but we'll have to
Yeah, you'll
go
have to
back and
ask,
see if we can get that.
you'll have to ask Mark what he's got. Okay, I see, I didn't know that.
No, that's okay. All right, so approval of August 17th special board meeting minutes not approved. Hopefully we'll bring them back in November. There's no operation action items tonight. And then board member action items. So this would be director request to discuss hiring an in-house finance manager, review and approve request for proposal for recruitment to select a finance manager. So that would be that part that you were looking for, Diane.
Yes,
See that right there? Review and approve request for proposal for recruitment to select a finance manager. Would be considered, I thought would be the same thing, but that's okay, because you stated. the
as
same
long
thing.
as you're putting it in there, we can discuss.
So,
that.
with that said, Diane, do you have an RFP
Yes, I
Okay.
do. It's on page 47.
on page 47?
The agenda packet, it should be in there, at least that's what my notes said. It's there, I did this a long time ago, so.
Okay. So I brought one just in case, just
Is it
so,
the same one?
no, it's not.
Oh,
And you said yours is on
I think it's on
47?
47 of the agenda packet.
Through here.
No?
Let's
Okay,
try-
where's procedure?
Or
You have it. That's it, 47?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I know it's in there, and so is my logistic things and yeah.
gotta find it.
Maybe it was, you know what, I read 47 was in September.
I think you're right, because we were,
Yeah, but it's in this package, too. I put it in there. I'm pretty sure.
59, maybe?
What's that?
page 59, is that what you're saying?
I don't have a packet.
Oh, right here. Okay.
Did you find it?
No, here's what.
Oh.
Logistics,
For hiring, okay, yep, you're right, 59 is what it was.
Okay.
logistics for hiring.
Yeah, okay, yeah, can I say something?
Okay.
Okay, so when I put this together and I'll say it again how I did it, I went through about these companies, in fact, here they are right here, these special, and I looked through all of their that's the logistic thing, they're what they posted, okay? So then I found San Lorenzo, did I say it was San Lorenzo? And they were looking for a finance manager. And so I thought, wow, that's pretty good. So I took a lot of their information and then added a little bit, maybe of what I found in other places. And that's how I put it together. Okay, now, when we discussed this in August, Mark Bell said, oh, it's full of errors. And I said, well, okay, so you said, okay, then we're going to postpone this until September. And then Mark said, well, I'm going on vacation, can't do it. And so we decided that Mark was going to send in information to Hank, I believe, because you can't send it to all the board members, is that right?
Yeah, there's something about that in the
Yeah,
bylaw.
yeah.
It'd be like a chain mail or something. to that
Yeah,
effect.
so it was,
Yes, you're in.
so the agreement was that Mark was gonna go through mine and make comments about what he thinks that might change or something. And he was gonna do this via email while he was on vacation to Hank. And then it was gonna be spread to us. That was 2 months ago. Mark has not done it. So I don't have a problem with it that he hasn't done it. But the fact is that it has gone through
No, I agree.
you know, you see what I'm saying? So the only thing one of these things though, on the last one, I'd like to change my own stuff. Is the very last one above qualifications and say, coordinate for grant writing, coordinate review grant writing. I like to skip, because if we, maybe people don't have grant writing experience, the finance director.
Well, so,
Well, that's true.
Put it on there.
Well, it is on there.
Okay, why?
Yeah, it is on there. I don't know.
It's advisable.
Yeah.
so let's do this real quick, because I know we do have our own, job description for finance manager. We should probably include that.
Yeah, we have it.
We do, is it in the
It's
agenda
right here.
packet?
No, it's not, but I've got it right here. But it's different.
Hank, did we put it into the agenda packet?
I don't believe so.
No?
No, but the thing you post is very different than the.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to get at, Diane, is, I just want to make sure that we have that in front of us, just so we can look at it, so when we're making up the RFP, that, we're following our own job description, right?
Oh, well, it's pretty generic, I think. Yeah, I see your point, but I think it's pretty generic.
Well, we just don't want to make sure, we don't want to we want to make sure that we're not violating our own policy, right? I think that would just be, make sure that we're good on it. So that's all I'm.
Well, you'd have to go through it really, that would take some time, but this is just the one that came right off of San Lorenzo.
I mean, I read this,
Oh, that's a logistics thing though.
yeah, I know,
Yeah, that's what we have to look at. Yeah, and the logistics thing too.
I like that.
Yeah, the logistics thing. I did the logistics. Logistics, that's my term to say our process and where we post it. And, let's see, what else do I have here? How we would go about getting the resumes and that kind of stuff. I have that on, what an agenda packet, what number is that on the agenda packet? So, Chase knows, right here. What is that?
59.
Oh, that's 51?
No.
Well, then what is the, template then? What is that one? That one's 59? Okay, page 59, this one here, and it's in green, I don't know if that is in green. I think it was 57, I think that Nathan said 57.
Oh, we're not different, so,
No, not 57.
action item, consider
No worries.
revising more with at least, performance goals or.
Okay. So, just, and I had this just as a draft.
Okay,
So, this is, I don't know if we want to use San Juan's, that's what everybody kind of has already in the agenda packet.
yeah,
And this one, just a one pager, background, Forest Hill Public Utility District is seeking a proposal from qualified individuals or firms to provide finance manager services depending on qualifications. Proposal may be considered for part-time contracted services or full-time position as outlined in board policy 2305. In the finance, manager job description. Scope of services, the finance manager will provide high-level financial leadership and support, including directing and coordinating general accounting, budgeting, and financial analysis, preparing and monitoring annual budgets, forecasts, and financial reports, managing audits, regulatory reporting and compliance with applicable laws, supporting capital improvement project, financial planning, providing complex staff assistance to the general manager and board of directors, supervising or coordinating with administrative and technical staff, ensuring compliance with, I don't know what that
This
is.
is the finance manager.
Yeah, this is just a quick write-up, but
That's a-
was, is it in the packet?
Yeah.
It's in the packet.
no, I didn't, put it. I was just, but I'm just, just going over some of this stuff.
All right,
Part-time, hourly, or monthly retainer basis, services provided under agreement, full-time, regular employment with salary benefits consistent with district policies, proposal requirements. Each proposal should include cover letter, statement of intent, and summary of qualifications. Qualifications and experience demonstrated public sector finance, accounting, and supervisory experience. Proposed approach, description of how the applicant would fulfill the scope of services, references and, fee proposal.
Okay, now, so is this something that in place with this?
No, this is,
No, the reason
I just did it right up, so, because this is in the packet,
yeah.
but I just wanted to say that's kind of what I had written up, and then what we can do is kind of like we did with the letter,
Yeah,
on August 17th. Where we
Well,
kind of go through it, kind of line by line, same thing we did with policy.
I'm okay with, I'm okay with that, actually. The only thing I will tell, well, first of all, that salary thing was like, I would thought we were all gonna discuss it because,
Fine.
oh, it isn't in here, no, it's in the packets.
I thought it was, oh, no, just that one.
I guess it was left off. Well, that was supposed to be in the September one. I guess I didn't, I don't know. And-
Resubmit it.
Okay, so, yeah, Chase, so I'm good with this, okay? But I did notice though, on all of the things that are posted for a vacancy, that they talked about their town.
Mhm.
I think that, I mean, I'm okay with that, but we could add that. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so let's,
Yeah, because
mine's
that,
like,
no.
do you have another one, Diane?
Oh, yeah, I signed, but.
Or do you have another one with you?
No,
Okay, so I'll just leave this right. here.
okay.
Okay, so this one states,
It's just about, I wrote this about our town, and you can, I mean, I'm not real fussy about what's in, I mean, if that's what you saw in our board pack, I'm good with that, but.
no, this isn't from our board, but this is just a write-up that I actually just had ChatGPT do, and then I kind of fussed with it over time,
Oh, I
and
see.
just kind of give us a template if we didn't have one.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying? Just so we have something to work with. Just like with that letter, how we.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay, so.
So, and we can just draft it, just write out, so use these both as kind of templates and then draft it as we go.
I'm good with that, but the salary part, we're looking at part-time.
Well, the salary,
I don't know what I wanna put in, what we wanna put in there. I mean, that's, what I did is I got it.
Hank, what would you, do you have a suggestion as far as, putting out this RFP as far as salary goes? My personal view on it would probably be just leave it out and see what people are gonna come back with.
Well, you could do that,
Yeah, that's what I was kind of, that way we don't put a limit on if somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just saying,
I do, yeah.
is that,
It
is
might
that
be a
workable?
bargaining issue anyway,
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking.
Well, I don't know what you think, Ron.
Well, one thing about the finance manager itself is we're gonna have an in-house, I want a contractor.
Yeah, well,
Well, that's, I think we actually probably need to visit that as well, saying like,
Well, that.
finance manager, and other things of that nature, probably, there's probably some contractors.
That guarantees the independence.
yeah, we need it, that need.
But here in our policy though, it does state that the finance manager has to report to the general manager.
I think this needs to be revised. That was my next, because here's the
So-
problem, here's the problem.
Well, I agree, but
Here's the thing.
also to the board.
See, both the general manager's policy and the finance manager policy, they both say, oh, the finance manager says that the general manager works with the general manager on the budget. Then the general manager's policy says, oh, he must work with the finance manager. There's a problem.
Assist.
Yeah, the assist, and that's gotta change. So they're actually not taking, no one's taking responsibility in these job descriptions.
I just think we
For the budget.
should make finance manager independent
Yes,
under contract.
yeah,
And I don't, so when they're independent, and that's when I talk to, when I talk to my
Not
employee,
an employee,
what's that?
not an employee.
Well, the problem with that is if they're employed by the district, under AB5, and I haven't looked up AB5. They say that you're basically, any contractor personnel, if you're being told what to do, you're basically an employee of the district, no matter what it is.
how was it with Roger then? We have no idea what the contract looked like with Roger.
And Roger was hired before you, Hank, so I know you don't. You weren't in that process, but does Roger have did he have a contract or what would the RFP?
He didn't have a contract, but he was an employee of the company.
He was an employee of the district. Okay, but you do have so you can still have a contract. Well, it's actually like yourself, you're an employee of the district.
Yes.
Same exact thing. Yeah, so and as long as we're following 2360, is that it? No,
Which is that the finance one? Which?
2305, sorry. As long as we're following 2305, And I think Roger had a contract as well, but they're still considered employees of the district, so they would still be, reporting to the general manager.
I don't like that. You know how, well, okay, let me just say one thing. You know how the attorneys are on that, that's what I want to do next month is bring this up and I think it's, well, I don't know which chart it is. The attorneys, the whole row, attorneys, the general manager, and then I think operation so-and-so for the field. Okay, I want to also put down, I want to take the finance manager under the purview of Hank and put it level. That's what I would like to revise. That's kind of what I'm gonna do is to bring this to the board next month and for revision. I don't know if you'll agree to it or not, but that's what I want to do because I think it's really important that the finance director, okay, here's my
Be
issue.
independent.
He's so independent. He needs to, do we dare? I think that Hank is too much involved with the finances. I see things come in the door. I mean, not what's happening now, but this is how I think it should be. That you have bills come in, whatever, go straight to the finance director. It doesn't go through Hank. It should, and then he gets to look, he being the finance director, he gets to look at all the receipts and the statements. Nothing should go through Hank. That is financial, good financial oversight. That's why I think the finance director has to be independent from Hank. He must do all the finances. Hank needs to take it out.
If it's under contract, then that finance manager is guaranteed he's gonna be accurate.
Yes.
Well, I mean, Roger was under contract, is
I don't know.
LSL under contract, Hank?
Yes.
They are under contract as well?
Yes.
Yeah, so,
Yes, but he's under Hank.
but so to our policy 2305, and that's what I'm, they do report back to the general manager. I think good structure. And here's the thing where I think, you know, a good company structure, the finance manager and the general manager need to work together and be as one. And if you don't like the general manager, or if you don't like the finance manager, then you need to get rid of it, right? Now, I'm not suggesting that we need to get rid of the general manager, because I think that in a good structure, I think that works. And I think the general manager being in charge of the finance manager is correct. But that's just my personal view.
Can't get rid of it again. Period.
That's not what I
Well,
want to do.
that's what I'm saying is, but I think that the general manager he's the general manager for a reason. If we didn't want the general manager, then you would have an operations manager and a finance manager. Those would be two separate categories. Right? And I don't think that the company flow would work that well that way.
Well,
That's just my opinion. And you guys have your own opinion. so.
general manager conducts operations. The board conducts oversight
Yeah,
of
the
everything.
finances, yes.
So
Well, the board does over.
the thing about
Yeah,
my 3 years of being here, I've never seen one complete checking account statement. I've never seen one complete, I've seen one complete umpah, which shows $7,205 in a savings account. Well, that's the one that has the long-term care, and you don't even know this. There's probably, I don't know what the balance is, because he doesn't produce it. But the last one I saw was $2.8 million in our long-term debt. My mission when I came on board, I found out quickly that anyway, so what I went to just to reduce the overhead, because this man over there told me that, I said, what are the payments on the long-term debt? He told me it's $177,000 twice a year. That's $250,000 a year. I wanted to pull out from our investments to the money to pay that off. Why pay interest? Wait a minute, why pay interest? Interest is not, it's not good. I just paid off my mortgage on my house. Great.
So just to,
But what I'm saying is, even the checking accounts, we talked about this earlier in your tenure as president, about redundancy. He's the only one on the account all we're authorized to do, we're limited to signing checks. But I went to the Wells Fargo Bank to get a statement. I was denied twice because all the board members are not on the account.
Well, I don't think we want all the board members on the.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying we need somebody on
Like
it.
the finance director, we don't.
Well, no, that's why we gotta do the RFP. So what I'm getting at is just so we're not beating our heads against the wall forever tonight. What I'm trying to get at is, do we wanna do the RFP?
Yes.
Okay, so if we wanna do the RFP, we have to take into effect that the policy is still there, right?
Oh, yeah, well, my.
The 2305 is still there. So we have to hire this person. So let's get away from all that. And let's just go back to, okay, let's get an RFP done that complies with the 2305 and the job description and all that stuff. So that way we can get a finance. manager.
Okay, but do you understand that, that this is a little, what did you call,
Antiquated.
yeah, antiquated, because, you know, like the grand jury even made a comment that, and that was something that is on my agenda, I think, is that all these job descriptions need to be updated, and this is one of them for sure. I mean, it's old, really old, and there's certainly new things that are developed in the financial world on technology and all that, that just have to be changed. Also, I will say one more thing, and without mentioning any names, but this is really bothering me, is that somebody asked Roger when he was alive, where do you get your numbers? Where do you get your number? I mean, wouldn't Roger get his numbers by things that come in the mail and so he gets them from Hank? Now that bothers me, that Roger shouldn't get his numbers from Hank. He should get them from the source, the actual documents.
And
That bothers me.
and just to go about this too, just so I sometimes things can be misinterpreted, and I think, the person asked the question, we're seeing it with the teleconference. One person interprets it one way, the other person interprets it the other, and sometimes I think, Roger was asked, hey, where do you get your numbers? Or maybe he was thinking, oh, for the budget, like, what do we need? Oh, I got it from Hank, because Hank, Hank knows what he needs to be spent. And now Roger still could have been taking in all the financial numbers and, things can get misconstrued that way. But I'm not gonna sit there and debate that either, because that's not something
Yeah,
that's,
that's-
really relevant.
Yeah, that's it, yeah, yeah, okay,
You
so.
know, I just wanna get this RFP done.
Sure, I do too. So like I say, a small little thing about our town, that's what every one of them has on
So
there.
let me see that one real quick.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just, here we go.
I mean, I just, if you want to
Okay.
add something to it, go for it,
Okay, the small town of Forest Hill is located in the foothills 20 miles east of Auburn, California. And the FPUD is a small company with 7 employees, 2 half-time with approximately 2,050 ratepayers accounts. Ratepayer accounts with, and the staff manages. Okay, so that's a simple little blurb. Do we want to keep that? Hank, would you, want to add to that portion of anything?
I haven't seen it, and so,
Well, I'm just talking about the portion for describing the town. Here, let's see. It's just that top
it's
paragraph.
really a few, those,
I mean, but can you think of anything we could add to that?
Page 51.
Page 51, is that where you found it?
Here's another example of this one is from, Telluride. I don't know where that is.
Colorado.
Oh, this one will say, see, it's very similar to that one. It says the town, they're looking for I don't know what they're looking for. The town of Telluride is seeking a finance director for this community of 2,500 tucked into Fox Canyon at an elevation of 8,750 feet in Colorado. This historic town of Telluride is known for its stunning setting. Imagine, see, that's all we need. That's what all of them.
Yeah, simple.
All of them do that. Yeah.
Okay, so let me do this real quick, just so we can kind of maybe speed through this a little bit faster.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. I am making an RFP for the Forest Hill Public Utility District and going through it paragraph by paragraph. The first paragraph is describing the town of Forest Hill. And it goes like this. The small town of Forest Hill is located in the foothills 20 miles east of Auburn, California. The FPUD is a small company with 7 employees, 2 half-time, with approximately 2,050 ratepayers accounts the staff manages. Can you make this a little bit better and add some flair? See what comes up.
I'm not very good with flair.
I mean, that's what I. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, AI, okay, nestled in the scenic Sierra Nevada foothills, approximately 20 miles east of Auburn. The community of Forest Hill is a historic mountain town known for its natural beauty, strong sense of community, and deep roots in California gold country. The Forest Hill Public Utility District serves as the community's local water provider, a small dedicated organization of 7 employees, including 2 part-time staff, who manage approximately 2,050 ratepayer accounts. Despite its modest size, FPUD operates with the efficiency, professionalism, and pride of a much larger agency, ensuring reliable service and stewardship of one of the region's most vital resources, clean, sustainable water for the people of Forest Hill.
That sounds very.
It sounds pretty damn good.
It sounds very good.
Freaking AI. Okay,
Welcome.
How do you
Yeah.
say
Been
that?
using it for
so now,
amazing.
Really, yeah, I know you were telling me how good it is, Sam.
can you make this a printable PDF?
Okay, yeah, yeah, and you can add it to that, and we decided to keep off the.
So now what we need to do is I probably need to write that down, or because we don't have a printer here, so we can't print anything to freaking.
Just take a picture.
Yeah,
Well, that's, I'm trying to do it for the minute so we can get something that we can vote on.
oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
What about the part about, part-time, what, I.
It stated it. Oh, you're talking about this stuff here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, well, we're gonna take this out for sure, and, yeah, I don't know, because I know Ron was against part-time,
Okay.
but I think a person should know that.
So.
It's not gonna be too hard time to start with.
Uh,
It'll take a couple of months to get.
Hank, you got any suggestions on,
So you would approve an RFP, including the statement provided by
Which is
President
better.
Dowling, to be forwarded to, staff. How's that?
okay, yeah, okay, so then I'm going to, so I was gonna sit there and start writing that out, but I'm like, that's gonna take forever. I'm going to save that to my files. Okay, save, all right.
By the way, I forgot to mention that on the final LSL, fiscal year money, what came out to be 194,208.
So pretty close to what you were saying.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is.
So with that, said, we have the first introduction paragraph.
Okay,
So with that, I would like to make a motion to accept the introduction paragraph that I just read. Can I get a second?
oh, so I second.
Okay, public comment? Is there anything, anybody, attending,
I have a comment.
we'll do it when we come back.
Wow.
Yes, Andrew,
Did it say that there were 7 employees?
yes,
There's 9.
there's 9 employees.
There's 9.
Oh, well, actually, it says 7 employees and then
And then it said.
2 including 2 part-time. Okay, so it'd be 9 employees.
Yeah, we
Okay.
should just add, we don't have to say part-time, right?
Yeah,
Say 9.
9 employees, yeah, we can exclude that.
Yeah,
Okay, that's good. Hank, is there any, anybody online with their? in the-
So I don't see any hands raised. I see somebody in the waiting room, so let me add this person from the waiting. No.
Okay.
Now,
Move on to,
is this gonna be a reference
it's the
to
thing,
contracted?
no, this is the thing they get,
No.
oh, posted. So, what do you mean? What do you, I don't understand.
Well, is this what we're gonna vote on?
Yeah,
Is that excluding? Because I definitely want a contracted.
no, we're just going over the first part of
Oh.
it, piece by piece.
yeah, well, that won't be
Well, when it
part
gets
of
to that
this. Well, that would be,
amendment, okay.
well, I think that would come when we get the resumes.
Yeah, we're just putting them out for the resumes.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the resume,
Yeah.
but you're right, when we look at
Well, I just
them,
want that included.
yeah, okay, that should probably be on record, well, not to be on record. The minutes or something.
Okay. Can you amend this because there are 9 employees? And take out the part-time? Okay, so no public comment then?
None.
Okay, coming back,
Can I read the motion? Approve the RFP with introductory paragraph provided by President Dowling.
Yeah.
And my understanding is you'll provide that to staff, the finalized.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get that done. I would like to, amend the paragraph with, to state, so nestled in the scenic Sierra Nevada foothills, approximately 20 miles east of Auburn, the community of Forest Hill is a historical mountain town known for its natural beauty, strong sense of community, and deep roots in California gold country. The Forest Hill Public Utility District serves as the community's local water provider, a small dedicated organization of 9 employees who manage approximately 2,050 ratepayer accounts. Despite its modest size, FPUD operations with the efficiency and operates with efficiency and professionalism.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, with that said, Ron, did you want to discuss any more of that?
No, I just.
Okay.
Do what I want.
Yeah, we'll get to that point. So, I guess do I need a second as amended? I would like to amend it, so how would that work?
Well, I think you're providing the paragraph, so you just amended the paragraph, you'll provide that paragraph.
Okay,
And then.
so do we need to go through that process? No,
I don't
okay,
believe so.
so roll call vote then?
Okay, and the motion is to approve the RFP with introductory paragraph provided by President Dowling and provide the RFP to staff.
So it'd be RFP's introductory, not approve the RFP's introductory paragraph. Because it's just that paragraph.
Approve RFP with introductory paragraph provided by President Dowling and provide the RFP to staff.
Okay.
So we intend this to go on in November, right? When Mark gets back.
If we get the RFP done, we're gonna send it out.
Mhm. Yeah, immediately, yeah.
We need to get this done.
I hope so.
So roll call vote?
Director
Take
Thompson,
$100,000.
Ron?
Aye.
Director Foster,
Yes,
President Dowling,
Yes.
3-0.
Okay, so we have our introductory paragraph. Something. No? There's a crack right where I need it.
So this is H1, right?
Yes, we're on H1, yes. Okay, so then, now coming down, the position, this,
oh, I thought you wanted to use that one.
we're just going, I'm using it as the templates and we're gonna make up our own.
Oh,
So as we go, we're just using these as templates,
all right,
and so we can get this done.
okay.
The position, the finance manager performs professional accounting and business functions of the district, including budgets, audit preparation, general ledger, accounts payable, payroll, and reimbursement, financial analysis, financial reporting, and performs other related duties as required. In addition, the incumbent will also oversee and direct the work of assigned staff and consultants. Experience in procuring grants is desired. And then, so we have that version, or we can use, so this one would be like scope of services.
And that's it, that's.
Hank, do you see anything in that, paragraph that I just stated that would, go against 2305? Or anything that should be added? Actually, this scope of work that I have here, defining, this one here, I think might be better. And then now that I'm looking at
I
it.
have no objection to speed things along. I have no objection with that. I mean, basically the deal is that, and as I've done my research, a finance manager have, they have a credential and there's a certain list of stuff that they audit, that they do.
Yeah.
So I'm not real fussy with how you're gonna put this together. I mean, you go with this
Well,
one.
we all, here's the thing, because I can't just put it together, we all need to agree on it, right?
Yeah.
So that's, yeah, so here, this one reads, the finance manager will provide high-level financial leadership and support, including directing and coordinating general accounting, budgeting, and financial analysis, preparing and monitoring annual budgets, forecasts, and financial reports, managing audits, regulatory reporting, and compliance with applicable laws, supporting capital improvement projects, financial planning, providing complex staff assistance to the general manager and board of directors, supervising or coordinating with administrative technical staff, ensuring compliance with GSB, GAAP, and public sector finance standards.
That part's important. According to Sue, she said that.
Well, and,
That part.
I think, and we probably should add, I would think, and,
Well,
right, and be in compliance with 2305, would that go in that?
why? Why would you?
Well, because that's the job description of the district of the policy.
Well, pretty much, this would be exactly what that any finance manager would do. That's why I don't understand.
Do you see? That second paragraph.
So this, where did this come from?
I got that off ChatGPT too. I said.
Really, it's your RFP.
Yeah, but what do you think as just sitting there looking at that? Do you see any legal hiccups there? Or something that might be added?
Um, So it, scope of services, a finance manager for an agency like this really needs to have a lot of experience with governmental accounting.
Or would that be GAS?
Can be, but it's pretty specific that it should be one of the first things that you should look at in a response to an RFP is what level of experience do they have in government accounting?
Okay, so
It's no different than what you'll find with other.
So, and I agree with that. What would you say under scope of service? How would you describe that?
Experience with governmental accounting.
Just experience with governmental accounting.
Mhm.
Okay.
So.
Do you guys agree with that? I think
Well,
that's-
what I'd like to do is to compare this, because that's what I haven't been able to do. Can I read one at a time and then you tell me if it's there or it should be added? Manages the district's finances, investments, payroll. See, I think that we should go back to having the payroll done and purchasing.
Let's see, directing and coordinating general accounting, budgeting and financial analysis, preparing and monitoring annual budgets, forecasts, managing audits, regular reports, supporting capital improvement projects, providing, this one does not have that.
Yeah, see, I think that's important. Because, the investments are important, right? We have investments.
Mhm.
And that's what Roger used to do.
Well, the investments, we did, general account budget and financial analysis, annual budgets, forecasts and financial reports.
Okay.
Managing audits, regulatory reporting, compliance with applicable laws, supporting capital improvement projects. It doesn't actually say, investing.
Okay, it does, well, let's see,
What's-
that one is down, see, that this one, well, they're two separate ones. This one is oversees the investment funds and revenue bonds. And that's what Roger used to do too. I don't know if it's in his job description, but that's what he used to do.
That was Wells Fargo Advisors,
I know,
and we're now in Lakes and they do it.
oh, so we don't even have we don't need to have it done? Oh,
They-
Well, they should probably,
They
it should be
conform.
part of that finance, I think it should be part of the finance.
They
manager's job.
conform to the laws of California
mhm.
in investing a certain percentage in this, certain percentage in that.
That's what Lakeland.
Work,
Yeah.
yeah. So this is not really necessary to manage it because they're responsible to manage it that way.
Oversee
But
Lake, right?
when Wells Fargo Advisor had it, then Roger worked with it,
Yeah, the fellow from Wells Fargo,
right?
yeah. yeah,
but,
yeah, but.
Yeah, so they still should be able to do that, right?
but they should-
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would oversee investment funds and revenue funds?
Yeah.
Well, his name should be on the late thing, yeah,
Yeah,
because he should be able to get statements when he wants.
yeah.
Um. Do you, Hank, do you have anything, is that, there any legal works with that?
So just a matter of the record, Roger didn't approve the investments from the Wells Fargo.
But he worked with them, right? Or, I mean,
I did.
oh, you did, but, so,
With
but
Roger.
as far as like scope of services, they should be able to do that, though. I mean, they should be qualified to do that, correct?
Hmm. That's a pretty big deal. Usually that's outsourced. So right now it's outsourced with LAIF. Um, normally your finance manager wouldn't do the investing.
Well, so if they're overseeing it though, with,
Well, they can oversee it. I
Yeah.
don't know, again,
Roger did do it because I.
well, that's overseeing.
no, he actually didn't. He actually brought me the information. It was approved by me, so if you want to separate that out, you know, I don't know if you're gonna find a part-time like, I don't know if you'll find a part-time person that's interested in doing that. That's a pretty big job. But you can put in your RFP and see what you get. The way it's always worked before is Wells Fargo managed that account.
Right, now Lake manages that account.
Yeah,
And
but
that
Roger
does-
worked with,
So-
the guy, he worked with him. We know that for sure.
But so that's what I'm thinking, is because it's overseeing investments, it's not actually making the investment.
Yeah, oversee, yeah,
Hell, man, you bet.
yeah.
Yeah, Val made it, and Lake's making our
I'm
investments.
the only
Yeah.
one in the history that plays the stock market. I've been playing for over 20 years.
Yeah,
I get up at 2:30 in the morning.
so overseeing, I think,
So I oversaw everything. Roger didn't
Right.
oversee that. Roger came to me
Where
with
my mortgage-
options. I approved those options.
Yeah, but that's.
but it still shouldn't the new finance managers, they should still at least be able to oversee that and then bring that to you,
If
correct?
that's what you want, then that's the way it worked with Roger.
Yeah, that's, I mean, so
That's the way it
overseeing, I
works
just think,
Currently with LSL.
basically what I'm getting at is, overseeing, I don't think, it's not, they're not making the investments, they're not doing any of that, they're just able to look at the Lake accounts and talk with them, and go, hey, how's everything going, right? Or am I misunderstanding?
That's what would that's what a finance manager would do.
Yeah, that would do.
Yeah.
Okay, so now with that, so experience in government accounting and overseeing investment funds and revenue bond.
Well, going back to the first one though, what about did we have?
Payroll,
Yeah, payroll and purchasing. I think purchasing's important.
general accounting budget. I think we got purchase.
Do we?
And
Okay.
I think, let me go back to it, because
Because there's.
I think I might be getting the two plated a little bit.
Wade send you a statement
Yes.
every month, Mike?
Well, isn't that what we get on our email? Is that
Yes.
what you said? He sends it on our email, because I've seen it. On our, you don't get email.
No, I get email.
You get it now? It's on.
5 months about, I get it.
Okay, he does send it, I've seen it. At least I've seen something. I don't know much about finance, so.
LAIF.
Well, so in my thing is, purchasing, the finance manager,
Yeah. Well, who does it now? Okay, well, ask Angela. Who does, like, if you have to purchase, I don't know, I don't even
well,
know.
that's what I'm thinking, Hank does most of the purchasing.
But he should, that's my.
But I think that's kind of his, in my opinion, that's kind of his job.
I see his job as working.
No, purchasing, just purchasing in general.
Yeah.
So he's gonna say, he's gonna say operations, that's what we need to purchase, and then he's gonna go out to purchase.
Well, Angela, what do we purchase? You know, I mean, I know that we go to Staples, stuff like that.
That would be a question.
All right, well, I would think the finance manager should be doing the purchasing. It's all about money.
I
That.
think the finance
The operation.
should do the purchasing.
They-
Yeah, I think that should stay there.
Should
Oh,
be
yeah.
and
with the general, that's his job description.
Yeah, so I don't, that's,
But-
people put things in places, I mean, you never know.
But he's responsible to us for
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
statements,
Okay, so we crossed
so we
that.
understand what's going
Okay.
Okay, so,
Okay, let's see, develops accounting procedures, I think that's all just normal stuff for them. Compiles and prepares required state and federal reports, right? That's what a finance
So,
manager.
managing audits, regulatory reporting and compliance with applicable laws, preparing and monitoring annual budgets, forecasts and financial reports.
Works with the auditors, that's surely in there, right?
Yeah, manages audits.
Okay, prepares monthly financial reports,
That would be,
that's what Roger used to do.
preparing and monitoring annual budgets, forecasts
Yeah,
and financial reports.
yeah,
Covers
okay,
that.
okay, appropriate balances, recommends transfers, okay, I think that's about it.
So just double check that. And so, these are the only two things I added, would be experience in government accounting and overseeing investment funds and revenue bonds.
Oh, we didn't get the part about coordinate review grant details.
on. But we did put in,
This one?
Coordinate review.
we did put in,
Well, I don't think that's.
federal grant experience would be helpful.
Yeah, in fact,
So, because I guess from a financial standpoint, what would a finance manager be doing with grants? Because most finance people that I know don't deal,
ask Sue, is she on there? Because.
well, they just, and that's what, you can't necessarily just ask the audience, you gotta like discuss
Oh,
stuff.
oh, all right, well, Sue,
So-
Sue, this is her
But
profession.
so, because my mom writes grants, and she's always been a really good grant writer,
Okay.
but typically, grants
It's
are,
not to
are,
write them, not to write them, to coordinate and review them. See, and Sue had
Oh.
told me, Sue told me it's really important. She went and applied for a bunch of jobs, because this is what she does for what she used to, she retired. And she said she said in every place she applied, this was so important.
coordinate.
Yes, coordinate and review grant details. In other words, we're not expecting him to write them, but just somebody to look at them and be.
Just coordinate, and typically, I think,
Yeah.
and that, I understand where you're going with that, and that's legit, but I think typically a finance manager should be able to do that.
Do what?
To coordinate and review.
But you gotta put it in there.
Well, Jane used to work told me she used to work for a grant company, and she done over 200 federal grants. It's not only being able to word it properly and.
Oh, no, I'm very familiar.
But anyway, to get the money, but then when it comes back, you have to manage it.
Well,
And-
what I'm wondering is if we, just real quick, what I'm wondering is if we put that in there, will we narrow our pool a little too much? Because people might see that and go, well, I've never managed grant, but they're a finance manager, they could probably manage.
Sue thinks it's a huge asset to have somebody that does that. She made a
Well,
big deal about it to me.
I think you should put it in.
Yeah,
It would be helpful, but there are no more federal grants available. It's gone.
No, yeah, right now, yeah.
Oh, shit, can't hold.
I disagree there. There are
Except the
grants. I was gonna look into it, but I got.
Coordinate, review, grant.
Coordinate, review grant details, yeah. I think there are funds. I was
When you
gonna.
say federal
Hank, you
grant,
got any issues with
federal grant experience,
that coordinate and review
do it that way.
grant details?
Yeah.
I mean, is that gonna hurt anything there?
No, I don't think.
And on review, I mean, a little more specific, but,
Coordinate
yeah,
and
and review grant details.
review.
Well, I wouldn't get too complicated, then you are making it narrow.
Yeah, but
Just say federal grant experience is always helpful.
Yeah, but what does that mean? What is that really?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know,
When you're talking to an interview, you ask him, do you have any?
Well, yeah, but the way you said it is so, you're not learning.
well, so hold on, so let's just coordinate, I think coordinate and review grant details, just being
Yeah,
able to
it's
do
very,
that.
yeah,
It's pretty general, that's not too bad, I was just trying to make the argument, I don't think we wanna get locked up too much in that.
yeah, okay, that's.
Do we have anything else then?
No, I think that's all.
Okay, so,
They have, what did they have here? Back here. Education, well, I don't know, they have here, competencies, I don't know, that's what they put down on the website, pictures, accuracy, fleet. I don't know, do we have, it doesn't have.
well, so I'm trying to go let's just go paragraph by paragraph and then we.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, that way we can get this thing,
okay,
so
what's the next title?
We're still on one,
we're on number two, paragraph number 2 now.
Oh, you mean on this?
Oh, H1, yes, we're still trying, we're going through the RFP.
Sure.
Yeah, so with that said. Okay, done, and then. Can you write up a scope of services for the RFP for the finance manager position in Forest Hill? Stating the finance manager will provide high-level financial leadership and support, including directing and coordinating general accounting, budgeting, and financial analysis, preparing and monitoring annual budgets, forecasts, and financial reports, managing audits, regulatory reporting, and compliance with applicable laws, supporting capital improvement projects, and financial planning, providing complex staff assistance to the general manager and board of directors, supervising or coordinating with administrative/technical staff, ensuring compliance with GASB, GAAP, and public sector finance standards, experience in governmental accounting, oversee investment funds and revenue bonds, and coordinate and review grant details.
What are they doing, writing it for you? Is that
Mhm.
what's going on?
Oh, so it's like, it's like me sitting here on a computer.
That's good.
Okay.
And then the next one that I have is education, and it's only 2 lines.
Make this printable PDF. Okay, let's see.
And what's on yours, terms of the options, what's that about?
Part-time. It just says part-time contract,
Oh,
but we know it's gonna be a contract either way, but they're gonna be an employee contracted by the district.
okay,
So that part will have to,
okay, proposal requirements, well, would that be included education?
so education would be,
I have it here, and, at least the one that they had, and that Lorenzo.
so I think education would be separate. It doesn't have it in mind. So I think we'd have to go with yours. Let's see real quick on this.
Okay, it's pretty, not very long, very short.
Services to be provided, provide high-level strategic planning, auditing compliance. Okay, so provide high-level strategic. Okay, I'm gonna read it, as ChatGPT jotted it down and see if you guys can catch anything. The Forest Hill Public Utility District is seeking proposals from qualified individuals or firms to provide high-level financial leadership and management services for the district. The selected finance manager will oversee all aspects of FPUD's financial operations to ensure transparency, accountability, and compliance with applicable local, state, and federal laws and standards. The finance manager will serve as a key member of the district's leadership team, working under the direction of the general manager and providing regular support to the FPUD board of directors. Services to be provided: financial leadership and oversight. Would be provide high-level strategic financial leadership and direct the FPUD management and staff. Develop, implement, and maintain sound financial policies, procedures, and internal controls. Now, see, this is completely different. This is not what I told it to do, no. No, that's fun that way. Okay. So let's try this again.
Heck, if I had a typewriter, I could.
I know, that's why we don't have.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah, but it's not a typewriter?
Okay. Write this out for me, please.
Oh, okay.
You know.
The finance manager will provide high-level financial leadership and support, including directing and coordinating general accounting, budgeting, and financial analysis, preparing and monitoring annual budgets, forecasts, and financial reports, managing audits, regulatory reporting, and compliance with applicable laws, supporting capital improvement project financial planning, providing complex staff assistance to the general manager and board of directors, supervising or coordinating with administrative / technical staff, ensuring compliance with GASB, GAAP, and public sector finance standards, experience in governmental accounting, oversee investment funds and revenue bonds, and coordinate and review grant details. Make this into a printable PDF.
I'm not sure I like the education thing. That really, I wouldn't know really what, what they have here. 2 years of experience or a master's degree. I don't know. I don't really know what education we're looking at.
I don't think 2 years is enough
Well,
if you're just starting.
if you,
Okay, so,
I don't know.
so I got that. We're good there. So I'd like to make a motion to approve the scope of services portion of our RFP as stated.
I second it.
Public comment. Yes, Angie.
Is the qualifications included in there, or is that?
We're gonna do that. That's gonna be in the education.
Phase 2.
Any, public comment in the, chat?
No hands raised.
No hands raised, okay. Coming back? Any further board member comment?
No.
No? Roll call vote, please.
Director Thompson,
Aye.
Director Foster,
Yes,
President Dowell.
Yes.
3-0, motion carries. Read the motion back to approve the scope of services.
Scope of services, the finance manager will provide high-level financial leadership and support, including directing and coordinating general accounting, budgeting, and financial analysis, preparing and monitoring annual budgets, forecasts, and financial reports, managing audits, regulatory reporting, compliance with applicable laws, supporting capital improvement project financial planning, providing complex staff assistance to the general manager and board of directors, supervising or coordinating with administrative / technical staff, ensuring compliance with GASB, GAAP, and public sector finance standards, experience in governmental accounting, oversee investment funds and revenue bonds, and coordinate and review grant details. You got that?
You'll provide that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is approved. Okay, so now moving on. To, I think we should have educational requirements.
yeah, I think so, yeah, that one is, I don't know, that, I'll tell you what they say, but a bachelor's degree in accounting, finance, or a related field, I mean, that's good. And then it says, or a master's degree, oh, it's this one right here. Master's degree in a financial field may be substituted for 2 years of experience.
I don't think that's a master, you could learn that.
Yeah, I think probably could be done. I don't have that on this part.
I would say at least the BA, at least the CPA, right?
Well, they do have the BA, the bachelor's degree, yes. Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah.
And you got any, as far as education, is that in 2305?
Yes, I'm sure there's something in there. So bachelor's, I heard mention of the CPA. If you don't hire a CPA, if this individual is not a CPA, then a CPA will have to look over this individual's work.
So they need to be a CPA.
Well, they don't need to be, it's your RFP.
Well, yeah, I mean, but no, that would be, because if we're not doing a CPA, then we're kind of, then you're always gonna have somebody,
CPA, right?
yeah,
CPA
CPA.
will look over the individual's shoulder.
Okay, so. We'll go education. Okay. Okay, so certified public accountant.
Yeah, because the CPA should have a qualification.
Okay, certified public accountant. Is there anything else, Hank, or would just a CPA really be?
Not just a CPA with governmental accounting experience.
Yeah, but those other qualifications, you have the TP something, whatever it is. So what? GASB?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but GASP or GASB would be the right one, right?
Governmental Accounting Standards Board and governmental accounting, generally accepted accounting principles, GAAP.
Gee, so that's actually in our, okay, so. So be certified public accountant with GASB and GAAP
Correct.
certifications.
I don't know.
Do they not do certification?
It would be experience.
Experience?
I don't know how you quantify that. Let me look up a document.
Well,
you
are you
mentioned-
talking about that gas or gap thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, what Sue told me was they just have to know, that they just have to understand it and follow it. I think that's how she put it to me.
so experience with that would be the way.
They have knowledgeable, they have to be knowledgeable.
Have to be knowledgeable.
Yeah, yeah,
No.
yeah,
So it's kind of a standard.
yeah, it's a big deal. Sue said it's a big deal. Yeah, yeah. They just have to be knowledgeable and, and work under those standards. Because that's the standards for a CPA, I believe. At least that's one, that's the most important one. According to Sue.
GASB and GAAP.
You remember that Dan that spoke in one meeting, you said in the background? Bird ball, anyway.
Besides you?
Huh? No. He said in the back, when Sue said something anyway,
I don't remember,
he
Ron.
has a master's in business administration.
Yeah.
And he's also a computer scientist.
Mhm.
He is super bright. Amazing. But I can ask him too, look for good quality.
Well, no, because we're trying, I guess, we're trying to get this thing out.
No, I know,
You know.
I could ask him anyway,
Yeah, and just let us know, I guess.
from our knowledge.
So here's the qualifications in your current policy. Principles and practices of complex financial analysis as it relates to a public entity. This is what I'm talking about, governmental accounting experience, federal, state, local laws, codes, regulations pertinent to accounting, budgeting, and financial analysis at a public utility. Accounting principles and procedures applicable to utilities and government agencies. You can see how important it is to have experience in governmental accounting, right? Principles and practices of local government, budget preparation, administration, finance and cost distribution systems, English usage, principles and practices of leadership motivation, team building and conflict resolution, pertinent local, state, and federal rules, regulations, and laws, modern office equipment, principles and practices of organizational analysis and management, principles and practices, supervision, training and personnel management, principles and practices of customer service. Under the, let me see if I can find the educational requirements.
So Hank, that pertains mostly with governmental relations.
2305.
Well, everything.
I'm sorry, Robert, say the question again.
What you read, that maintain is more related to governmental
Yes,
accounting and everything, right?
yes, governmental accounting, yes. Under
Market
experience, 6 years of increasingly responsible public sector finance and budgeting experience, including 2 years of supervisory responsibility.
Okay,
So that's your current policy.
that's good.
Come on. Policy. So. 2305. Oh, it's more than true. Oh, come on. Scroll down through all this darn. Okay. All right, how about this? Let's do this. Let's go. Draft me educational requirements for the finance manager position, complying with the Forestall Public Utility District Policy 2305. And add that they have to be a certified public accountant with knowledge of GASB and GAAP. Okay, how that does. Okay, finance manager. Minimum education and experience, a bachelor's degree from an accredited college or university with major coursework in accounting, finance, business administration, or closely related field is required. A master's degree in accounting, finance. Do they have to have a master's degree to get their?
I don't,
Not for a CPA.
I don't
Yeah,
know
actually, don't
qualifications
even
for
have to be a
CPA.
CPA.
Yeah.
Yes, they don't have to be, but they don't have to have a CPA doesn't have to have a master's degree, I don't believe.
No.
At least 3 years of supervisory or management experience in public finance and accounting. A minimum of 5 years of progressively responsible professional experience in accounting, finance, or auditing. The master's degree thing, I think we could take out of there. Bachelor's degree would be good. Must process
Now, what did you just say? You take out of what?
the master, it says
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
professional certifications must possess a valid and active certified public account CPA license issued by the California Board of Accounting. Additional certifications such as certified public finance officer or certified governmental finance manager are desirable but not required. So I've never heard of those two, the CPFO and a CGFM.
Let me see if I can find it.
And while you're looking that up, technical and regulatory knowledge,
What is the, CF?
CPFO, so it's certified public finance officer and certified government finance manager.
Certified Public Finance and Officer, that's what I get.
Certified public finance officer.
Mhm.
So we put that in there?
Well, this says, is desirable but not required.
Yeah, I don't think we have to put it, we don't,
I would just
we,
put CPA in it.
yeah, we don't even know what it is.
Well, that's like I said, these are all things, it's just kind of giving us a
Just
framework,
suggestions.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we don't wanna overload.
Right, and that's why I'm like,
well, let's go with what you know.
So the Certified Public Finance Officer designation is a professional certification awarded by the Government Finance Officers Association. It recognizes individuals who demonstrate expertise and professionalism in public finance,
so I mean, that's,
specifically for state and local governments in the United States.
Yeah, they probably work in the area.
I mean, if there's somebody that applies for that job, they have that, that's a good,
Yeah,
but I think that'd be in the, so, show knowledge in GAAP, GASB, and public sector finance, including funding, fund accounting, investment policies, and debt management. So public sector financial management, budgeting and forecasting, so that's not even education though, that's just going down. So and so if we just concentrate on education, a bachelor's degree, can we agree with that?
yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, and then, a minimum of 5 years of
Well, what do you,
progressively responsible professional experience in accounting, finance, or auditing, preferably within government or public agencies.
Well, what was wrong with a bachelor's degree in accounting, finance, or a related field?
Nothing.
Oh, is that what you have?
Yeah,
Oh, my goodness, okay.
yeah, so bachelor's degree from an accredited college or university, well, I mean, I guess I don't have, but I think it's stating the same thing, basically. Accounting, finance,
That's
business,
really, okay.
or closely related fields.
Okay,
required, yeah.
okay.
We're, no master's degree,
No.
um. And. And then we would go, so most of that, so we would take that first, so a bachelor's degree, and then, a valid CPA license from the California Board of Accounting.
Yeah,
And then, knowledge or advanced knowledge. Advanced knowledge of GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles, and governmental accounting standards for reporting.
yeah, that sounds good.
Do you guys, besides those four things, you got anything else?
No, I think
Hank,
that's.
you got anything else? Would that be pretty good?
Yeah,
We're good.
Yeah, okay, so we'll go with that. So certified public accountant, knowledge in GASB and what would we say, advanced knowledge? Advanced.
And you put
And then,
on it.
um,
Did you put Diane Boyd?
yeah, he did,
yeah,
he did, yeah.
and then bachelor's.
Are we gonna get another employee? We're gonna have 10, Hank? Or we're somebody leaving?
I'm sorry, say that again?
But wasn't there an advertisement on the website?
There is, we're currently recruiting.
So somebody's leaving?
We'll see. There's an open position right now, and so we're filling that position.
Well, what does that mean? We'll see. Either we're gonna have, we need another employee, or is there one leaving to,
We
and
need
we're
another
replacing
employee.
him? Oh, we need oh, really? An additional one? Oh, I see, okay.
Put Nathan to work.
And I don't think there's anything more we have to add to this thing. Other than, where to apply.
Yeah.
It says competencies, but that's all in the job description on our board policy.
But we should probably direct them towards fall.
Yeah.
Policy.
Well, you could, although I would imagine they would look it up themselves if they were interested in the job.
Or closely related field. Okay, so what I have for our educational requirements. So, I'll make a motion to accept the educational requirements as read, hold a certified public accountant license from the state of California. Have advanced knowledge of GASB and GAAP, which is, I always forget it. Generally accepted accounting principles and governmental accounting standards board. Bachelor's degree from an accredited college or university with major coursework in accounting, finance, business, administration, or closely related fields. Is that good?
Sounds good.
That was my motion.
I second it.
Okay, public comment. No hand raising now, hands?
However, I was just gonna suggest that you would have your applicant be a CPA.
Yeah, for sure. All right, and any in the chat?
Comments on, no hands raised.
All right, perfect. Any more, board discussion on this one? Okay. Can I get a roll call vote?
Director Thompson.
Aye.
Director Foster.
Yes,
President Dowden.
Yes.
3-0, motion carries.
Perfect. Okay, so we have that. I will have to provide you all with all these things, Hank.
Okay.
And then now what else? So we have,
Well, this was in the packet as well, what, I call it logistics, but what it is where to post it. You know, I have some, there's some different, some free ones, Indeed, then a MMANC is free, the CSDA is free. The Auburn Journal, no, they're too expensive.
so Diane, there's a couple
Yeah.
more things, because that'll be half of that. I wanted to make sure I didn't interrupt you too soon, because so we'll get to that one, but let's go with, on this one, I think it's,
Do you think there's, do you think?
because it's an RFP, so a request for proposal. So, this kind of lays out how they want you to lay out the proposal.
Oh, same thing, but,
Do they ask you
oh,
guys?
well, no, that's me, that's just my notes.
Okay,
So
so,
what do you mean, how?
so when they apply back. When they reply back, and when they're applying for the position.
Oh.
Here's we.
Oh,
way
yeah.
to-
Well, no, these are all different, I thought that we decided that they were going to, Hank has already one on the, website for an, for the field employee. Why can't we use that same process?
Would we be able to use that same, how would we do that, Hank?
It's
I
really,
can post to the website.
Post to the website?
it's really good,
Okay.
what he's got posted.
And we just put on this stuff and then they put in their proposal basically, or, okay. I haven't seen it, so I don't know what it's,
Oh, it's really good.
Is
You
it?
should see it. Yeah, it's very well done.
okay.
Yeah.
So that'll get there,
But I think we also should also put it out to, not just our website, but to Indeed, the MMANC, the CSDA, and I think the Messenger. We'd have to pay for the Messenger though. I have, Steve gave me some quotes. But at least we should put it out to more than just our own website.
and then, I agree with
Yeah.
all that. Let's, since you want to, handle that real quick, let's get that out of the way and then we can get back to this.
Right.
So which,
All free.
Yeah, all the free ones.
so which are they?
Indeed,
Indeed is actually nationwide.
Yeah, okay, Indeed, what else we got?
it's called MMANC. That's an acronym.
MMAN
ANC.
is in Nancy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't, Hank, I would assume Hank would know what that is.
Okay.
Okay, and then CSDA, which we're.
Oh, yeah, the California Small District.
Yeah, and they're all free.
CSDA,
Mhm.
and then what else?
That's it.
Oh, and then the Messenger, you said,
Yeah,
right?
I think.
Auburn Journal and Messenger, or just Messenger? Well, Auburn Journal.
Well, the Auburn Journal charges a fortune.
Oh, do they really?
3 lines for one day, $165.
Oh, really?
We get the freebie.
The Messenger, well, what about the
What,
Messenger?
does the Messenger? Well, actually, I agree with Vaughn. Let's see if we get off the
Okay.
freebie first.
Okay, all right,
So with that said,
You can
because
actually,
we'll post on our site.
yes,
yes,
Okay.
you can do that,
yes.
see if there's any.
Okay, so,
CPA one.
posting, so.
Yeah.
Post, job, or post RFP on, okay, so my motion will read, I'll make a motion to post the RFP to,
Our
the
website.
Forest Hill Public Utility District website, Indeed, MMANC and CSDA
Yes.
websites.
Yes, that's right.
I get a second.
So, can I just
Yep,
jump
yep,
in real
yep.
quickly to make sure, CSDA posting, job postings are not free?
Oh, they're not free either.
No, they're
Well, I
not. They're
think
about,
No, they are.
no,
They
they're
do-
not. They're about $300 or something like that.
Well, that's not what I've read.
Well, that's what it is. So for CSDA members,
Okay,
there's a fee to post. Any job, want ad type stuff.
gotcha. Okay, so maybe not the CSD. Are the other two actually free?
Yeah, let's do the free.
Well, he says the CSDA is not free, but
But Indeed and the MMANC is free?
do we know? Okay, how about this?
I checked, it's supposed to be free.
Let's do that. How about this? Okay, Adam, we're sending my motion. Nobody second on that motion.
No, nobody
Okay.
said it.
Nobody seconded, motion dies. Okay, so, we'll word it this way. I'll make a motion to post the RFP to Indeed, MMANC, and CSDA if they are free to post,
Correct.
Yes,
and the Forest Hill Public Utility District website.
yeah, I second that.
Okay. Public comment. No public comment, any in the, Zoom?
Check.
Also, too, I noticed that, that Hank had on the website, he has a time frame that, I think it was like a month. I wonder if we want to put that in there. I don't know. That's what Hank has for that new position, that opening for the, field operator person.
So I have a motion in a second.
Mm-hmm.
The motion is to post to FPD website, Indeed, MMA and C if they are free. And then who shall I have the respondents direct their response to?
Well, I think Hank, I think that's how you have it with the operator, don't you? It goes to you. And then you could send it to us, copies of it. Interested candidates.
It may be more direct if I go to the board.
Okay.
Just go to the board directly?
Sure.
Oh, okay, that sounds good.
We can just email to it? If we get a
You can
response?
go to the board president.
Well, because so how would that work? I'm just curious on like closed session and stuff like that. So we see all their personal, I guess we're gonna see all their personal information anyways. Right? We just can't discuss it, right?
So outside
If
of,
they email
outside
back.
of a public meeting, you wouldn't discuss your thoughts.
Do we have a general mailbox?
We have a customer service mailbox.
Well, that wouldn't work. Cause I would
But no
just want
general.
it, not just the whole board, yeah, cause that's a bunch of different emails. If we had it all directly go to one spot.
About the chair
Oh, yeah. we can-
Sure.
Yeah,
forward to the board, and I would suggest without discussion.
Mhm.
Oh, this is a good one. That
Yeah, right, yeah,
would be
just-
appropriate.
here's got another,
The
yeah.
group that was received today or whatever.
Okay, that's it, I like that, so,
And the time frame too, I think.
well, that's, so let's handle that one real quick, so since
Okay.
we have that, let's handle the, where are we directing it to, are you guys okay with it coming to my email first?
Oh, yeah, for sure,
Okay, so,
yeah.
so I'll make a motion, so,
So can I read your motion? That was just.
oh, yeah, that's right, we're still on the other, yeah. we voted
Because
on
I
that
think
one
the
last one.
motion stopped just a
Yeah,
teeny
yeah.
bit short, so I'll read your motion.
Yeah,
Okay, post to the FPUD website, Indeed, MMA and C if they are free with responses to.
in the CSDA, if it's,
CSD is not free.
you know that for sure,
I-
100%, okay, okay.
For sure.
And then you got the FPUD website too.
Yes, FPUD website, Indeed, MMA and C if they are free
Mhm.
with responses to the president.
Yes.
Okay,
Well, actually, the responses to the president was actually gonna be a separate, that was not part of the original motion.
okay. So it would have been a clarification of the original motion. You can make that.
It would be an amendment to the original motion. Yeah, right?
So,
So actually, yeah, let's do that with, actually, how would I would.
say amend
accept-
the motion to include that.
Oh, yeah, we would just go vote on it and just say, yeah, right, with the motion, or how would I do that again?
You would say I amend the motion to include with responses to the president. Diane would then second the amendment if she so chose.
With responses. To board president.
And then you would have a vote on that complete motion.
Yeah, okay. And then Diane, are you okay with your, second on that motion still?
Oh, yeah, I second it.
All right, then we'll roll call vote.
Director Thompson, Director Foster,
Yes,
and President Dowling.
Yes.
3-0, motion carries.
Okay.
I got you to say it.
Okay, so now we have those two things handled. Now with,
but just so I guess the last thing I can think of is the timeframe. I mean, do we, I don't know.
and then one thing we haven't done is, the response, I know we did response back to the board president, but, we didn't vote on, using the, FPUD's process for it. I know you said the process is really good. I don't know what that process looks like, so
Who has the process, Hank?
you said that.
Oh, I said that was-
The hiring process or what, what's,
oh.
however they do that.
Well, I don't know how Hank does the interviewing for the employees.
Well, not the interview, just where they send, like, how they do the proposal or how they would do their proposal coming back to us, because it is an RFP. Hank, do you got some
I
idea
don't
on that?
understand what you mean.
I'm not describing it very well,
Oh.
that's why.
Well, they'll respond.
Yeah, but how do they respond, like, do we want to?
Oh, they send their resume.
Well, I know, but do we want to, like, cause so, the reason why I'm asking is because on the thing that ChatGPT spit out for me here. It gives like a proposal requirements, like you should do this, to come back with a proposal. It says each proposal should include a cover letter, statement of interest, and summary of qualifications. Qualifications and experience demonstrate public sector finance, accounting, and,
Oh, you mean.
proposed
the person
approach.
That's applying.
yeah, do we want to give them a diagram or do we just want to say RFP and just kind of throw it out there?
No, I think you just throw it out there and they just send in their resume.
Yeah, just do it that way.
Yeah,
Respond.
yeah, I can't think of.
So I guess, I would say is, responses, please respond with your resume, and then that one, I guess, we probably want to discuss the time frame as well, yeah, actually.
Yeah.
So I would say,
I have no idea.
please respond with your resume
Yeah,
within,
yeah, I have no idea.
within a month, because I think within this next month, is that enough time?
We can always extend it.
We can always extend it, but I think if we don't get enough, is there any limitations if we say within this next month that we have to cut it off, hire somebody at the end of that month, or can we extend it?
You can extend it.
Okay, so if we say by, if we would have to have it by the last resume,
Well, it would be when, depending on
Would
when
you
Hank
get
gets it
agenda?
posted. When, it would be a month from when Hank gets it posted, right? So you're saying a month, which is good, but you're asking what is the deadline?
They have for 60 days.
60 days?
Sure.
oh, I see, yeah, let's go till,
Okay.
December, okay, so then if we go. So our December meeting would be
Yeah,
our December meeting would be the 10th. So then we would want to see them by, we would have to have the agenda, all of our agenda items in by the 1st. So let's say November 28th, no later than November, which would be a Friday,
okay,
by 5 p.m., November 28th.
okay,
Okay.
Does that sound good?
yeah, all
Okay.
new to me.
I've got something cooking in November.
Well, maybe it can't be for every single day.
No, before the end.
Oh, toward the end, well, it's Thanksgiving.
No, I think it's a eye doctor and my cataract stuff.
Oh, I thought you had.
Submitted.
No, he went to see me. I'll have to look.
Okay.
It's on the refrigerator.
Oh. Well, that doesn't affect the resumes coming from the deadline, that doesn't affect that.
No later.
So, November 28th is the day after the Thanksgiving Day.
I'd seen that on there, but I was kind of, just the Friday before.
Okay,
It's because then Monday we have to have everything submitted to the agenda.
Okay.
Right? So that would, business isn't stopping, so. That would be just my guess. Do you guys have any other suggestions?
No,
Just run
yeah, see what we have and then just play.
it. Run it by free, whatever.
Yeah. We can always call a special meeting, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Friday, November 28th at, 5 p.m.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, okay. So I'll make a motion to, add the RFP, please have resumes submitted to board president no later than Friday, November 28th at 5 p.m.
I second them.
Public comment? Yes, Angie.
Did you guys decide not to put the salary range on your RFP?
To put the, what did you say?
Salary range.
Yeah, we decided not to.
Good, because we might as well see what, because it's an RFP, request for proposal.
Right, I got that, but, so the whole reason you want an in-house finance manager is because you say LSL is too expensive, right?
Well, this isn't just an in-house either.
Right, but that, you wanna save money,
Mm-hmm.
so wouldn't you put like an expected range, because if you leave it open-ended, you're gonna get people who are applying in their proposal for $200,000 a year.
See, I do agree with her on that, but you guys weren't interested.
So,
So if the whole point is to save money, wouldn't you cap it somewhere?
we're not supposed to really do the back and forth thing with the public on that.
Well, we can.
Yeah, you.
But-
I-
but-
yeah,
What I would say is,
Good point.
whenever I go out and bid, right, projects, do an RFP for somebody, there are people that come in at 200,000, but there's also people that come in at 90,000 too. So you gotta see what the market's out there and what the market's actually doing. So, and that's why we said, you can put it out there and see what the actual market is adjusting to, because people are gonna look at it and they're gonna go, well, yeah, I'm gonna put my best foot forward. This is what I'm gonna offer.
I wonder
Yeah.
if you have somebody with 9 employees, they'd be wanting $200,000 though.
Right, and then at that point, you might as well just stay with LSL.
Well, that's, that's kind of the whole point, right? That's,
Right.
you go in, you go out there and you see what's best.
But if the board decides to get rid of LSL and hire somebody for $200,000 a year.
Well, that would be a pretty
so
dumb decision by
could you
the.
put it in your motion or something to not exceed a certain salary range perhaps?
Well, we wouldn't be hiring somebody for that. We would say no.
Yeah, we would just say no and you'd stick with LSL. That
Right.
would be the whole, the whole thing. So I don't think that there's a reason. I think you kind of leave it open-ended and see where the market's at. That was kind of the whole juxtaposition of this thing. That's my opinion on it. All right, coming back, any comment in the Zoom?
No hands raised.
Okay,
All right.
any discussion from the board? Okay. Roll call vote?
Director Thompson,
I,
Director Foster,
Yes.
President Dowling.
Yes.
it says here in this packet that according to a survey conducted by the AICPA, the TPAs working in firms with 1 to 10 employees had an average salary of $73,700 per year.
Yeah, I did the,
CPA?
yeah, I did the research a long time ago.
AICPA
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
TPAs.
yeah.
While those working in firms with 11 to 50 employees had an average of 88,400. In comparison with CPAs working in firms with over 200 employees, they were working for
Okay.
110.
You can Google it. That's,
Yeah, I did Google it, that's not what I came up with.
well, if you can Google it, that's where we got it.
And so, there we go. All right. So now with that said,
They're gonna come to you with a proposal.
yeah, they're gonna come to you with it. If they're over, then you
Say,
just stay where you're
well,
at.
I'll go to work and I'll do some stuff for it. This is what I want. And then the negotiations begin.
So, the one thing that another thing before we close this out, would be, we haven't included anything about part-time and full-time position.
With what?
In this RFP, because I don't necessarily know if we need to, just,
I wanted to put part-time, but you guys, I don't think you.
I think you're gonna cut out the people if you put part-time.
Well, you want to say, guys, I was just thinking it can be for part, just maybe, I thought it was broad in the range, it can be for part or full-time positions.
I wouldn't put anything in it.
No?
When they contact us, just tell them it could end up part-time. It depends on how efficient you are.
Well, then maybe don't want to waste people's time.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel too. You don't want to waste their time. That, I think we should have put part-time, but.
Well, I mean, we can make a
I
motion.
got filled up. Well.
Because I just shouldn't,
Get first.
because me personally, Diane, I agree, I think we should put part and full-time positions accepted.
Yeah, because you would waste people's time to apply if they're thinking, oh, this is
Well, if they're
full-time.
looking for a job, they have a resume already.
Yeah,
They just
but
ship it
a
in.
lot of people don't want to work part-time though.
Well,
You would want to attract people that are willing to just go part-time.
but then you're gonna get a very select.
Is it, Hank, do you see any issue with that part and full-time?
The size of our business, I don't think a CPA full-time is necessary. So I don't know about the recruitment and who you're gonna
Yeah,
attract, but I don't believe we have enough work for a full-time
right.
finance manager. So it would be some function of a part-time. A qualified finance manager is probably gonna say, this is gonna take me so many hours per week, looking at the size of business, my rate is this, and that's what it'll cost, so. I would hope, depending upon how the RFP looks, a qualified individual would be able to ascertain that this is a part-time.
Okay, so you think that's a little bit redundant?
Yeah, I mean, if you get I think it'll weed out whether you put it in or
If that part really doesn't happen.
probably.
I got you.
Well, that makes sense, what Hank is saying, because if they look and see that there's 9 employees, they know it's not gonna be full-time.
You know, believe it or not, it actually makes sense a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay, so with that said. Are we good with that RFP? Hank, do you see anything that we should add?
So, when do you expect to deliver the RFP to me? I think your timeline's tight, and with the holidays, I think it's tight.
Do you think we should
It's
go
not
longer?
impossible. I just think it's tight. So here we are, middle of October,
Mm-hmm,
depending on when you get the RFP to me.
mm-hmm.
So you think we should extend?
I just don't know if that's gonna give a, maybe it's perfect, try it, and then if it's not.
And if we don't get
Extend
it, yeah, extended, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's probably where we'll, okay. Is that all you did? That's all you got to input on that? You think everything else sounds okay?
I think, like, it's okay, it's a little unconventional to write an RFP this way, but try it, see if it works.
What are your thinkings?
Well, usually you have somebody that writes RFPs, write an RFP. and-
Like who?
They're kind of, well, there's different firms out there, accounting firms can actually write them. They can, they have templates, and they charge you a little bit, and, they write something that.
Right.
will hit it on the mark. This, I don't know, try it, see what kind of a response you get. I don't know, I've not seen one prepared like this, but maybe it'll work. And with the free sites, it's not gonna hurt anything.
Yeah, okay. All right, so with that said. We need to. Approve this RFP as stated. There might be a please or something, how would we, when I put this together, I'm probably gonna need to add some, like, pleases and thank you, what do you call that, conjecture? I don't know. You know, just to make it kind of flow better.
Yeah, I think if you use your ChatGPT, it'll.
Well, right, but I mean, we've approved these pieces of it.
Mhm.
And the final piece isn't gonna look quite like this, it's gonna be a little different, but all these pieces need to be in there. So how do we do that?
So take your pieces, go to ChatGPT and say, please write an RFP with an introductory paragraph, including these 3 sections.
And I can do that.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, no, I will do that, but I still think it's gonna probably need I'm gonna have to sit down with it for about an hour and kind of fuss with it a little bit. But I wanna make sure that everybody's okay and comfortable with me doing that. Well, how would we go about?
Make a motion that given what we've discussed here, that you'll prepare the final and then provide it for posting.
Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah, but I don't understand why the secretary can't do it in the office. That would be something, I mean, I've been a secretary before, I don't see why some things can't type up what you have.
Well, that's
And
just,
put it on the.
just an interim thing anyway.
I think having the board do it would probably be better, just because we're already going through this. If we wanted to have somebody else do it, we should have just hired, like, you know, somebody else to actually write up the RFP for us, instead of us doing it to ourselves. And I think I can get it done, but are you guys okay?
Oh,
with
yeah,
it?
yes, I am, yeah.
So with that said, so I'll make a motion to,
See, I'm just gonna stand up, because when I sit very long, my
yeah,
back starts.
write up and provide the final draft to the general manager. Board president, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's.
I make a motion to write up the final draft and present it to the general manager. Yes, board president.
And direct staff.
Direct staff accordingly. Okay.
My second.
Public comment? Nope. Coming back, any in the chat?
Let me look right here. So I have a motion. Where did it go? Oh, I got it. No hands in the chat. President Dowling to write a final draft of the RFP and present it to staff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I second, do I
So
second?
you're good. Roll call vote.
All right.
Is this my point? Second?
Yeah, it's my cue.
So roll call vote?
Yep.
Director Thompson,
Aye.
Director Foster,
Yes,
President Dowling.
Yes. Okay, so that is done. Sweet. Took a while, but we got it done. How's everybody feeling? You guys still want to keep going through this, or do we want to?
Well, what we got left, one?
Well, we got another freaking,
well,
that
yeah,
secretary position. So, I mean, that might take a minute.
Good.
yeah, then we postpone that one to the next meeting. I would like though to talk about the sugar pine thing though, it won't take long, but I mean,
So give me just a second, so, just so we're not getting,
because that's really important.
because it's 8:30.
Oh, it's 8:30,
Yeah.
there's one. Oh, that's.
No, that's been stuck there for an hour.
Oh.
Actually, you know what we can do, though?
Mhm.
Because we haven't approved it yet. Just like in the RFP for the finance manager, we need board approval of hiring board secretaries. We haven't actually approved that yet.
Okay, yeah, because that's gonna take us a while to get the, what do you call it, the R?
The RFP,
Yeah, so we should probably postpone that till next month.
or we could even,
Mean it's about before we talk about.
the board secretary, not necessarily stenographer, because they would be taking down our motion. Huh?
Yeah,
Just minutes.
yeah.
For,
But it's board secretary.
whatever you call it.
Search up the term, Ron.
Yeah.
No, that's just a,
No, so what I'm getting at is actually there's a couple ways we could do this. So board secretary, we all agree that we need one, right? But to get a board secretary, we need to, revise policy number 5060.10, which is the board packet.
Oh, yeah.
So
so,
So if we're gonna do the board secretary,
Yeah.
we need to also do that.
yeah, that's.
So those two things, but it's already laid out and stuff, I could probably get through that pretty quick.
Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't heard I see it, yeah. Well, you wrote down what you wanted to extend, you wanted to include something, right? And I was okay with it, I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, it's just 50-60 $, it was just like
Yeah,
one
yeah.
or two
I
words.
was just doing it, saying, putting in the board policy so that we can, hire somebody to do minutes.
Yeah. point.
Although, that was something else I had on the agenda. The grand jury really wants this dealt with. I don't see why that to accommodate the grand jury, that Amber can't do the minutes.
Well,
It's
because
in the board, her description, it's in her job description.
it is in her job description, but with that said, she's already pretty well. She's already got a full plate.
Okay, then if that's the case, then her job description maybe isn't correct, and that's another.
Her job description is correct, but right now she's fulfilling multiple of those roles, and I think the job description is still correct, but I think to ask her to do that with the plate that she has right now,
Mhm.
I think it's just asking a little too much. Me personally, yeah, because we talked around and stuff, and I think that would just be, I think if we just get the board secretary
That's-
position going.
But that could take months.
Well, I mean, I think if we can get this done here. And then revise the policy, and then possibly next month, work on just that with the RFP, and don't do anything else. Let's just get that done,
Yeah.
just like we did tonight with the
Yeah.
RFP for the finance manager.
Yeah, okay.
And then we can get through it.
Well, maybe you could do it on here prior to the meeting like you did
No,
tonight.
I've done one already.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't bring it tonight, just,
Oh,
but
okay.
I've just messed around and kind of wrote up. what
Okay,
it would be,
that's
but-
good. That's
So let's do this. So let's go to H, number 2, board approval of hiring a board secretary, discuss and direct staff accordingly. So first things first,
Didn't you want to do the one though? Isn't this the one?
well, I think we should do this, and then, because it's in the second part of it, so we'll do this, and then
Oh, okay.
But we have to
In
do
that
both.
order.
You-
It goes in that order.
we have to do both.
Yeah, no, I understand, but it goes in that. Okay.
So I'll make a motion to,
Now, wouldn't it go in the opposite way? That you do the policy?
well, if we approve the board secretary, then we change policy, but if we don't approve the board secretary, then there's no need to change policy.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
So, I'll make a motion to approve the hiring of a board secretary. And, just approve the hiring of a board secretary.
Okay, I second it.
Public comment? Nope, anything in the chat, or Zoom, I keep calling it chat, but it's not a chat,
No hands raised.
no hands raised. Okay, any more board member discussion? Nope. Roll call vote, please.
I have a clarification, approve hiring of board secretary.
Mhm.
Is there any preference by the board who this individual reports to?
Yeah, we had said that she reports to the board, I believe. I think that's what we decided the last time.
Well, the following, was it 50-20? How we make up the agendas and stuff,
Yeah, I don't have the number right off the top of my head.
but it's the general manager and the board president,
Yes,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So,
following 50-20. So they would report to the general manager and the board president.
okay,
So actually, should I restate that motion, or should we just amend it?
if you could just restate it, it's easier than going through an amendment process.
Okay, so, nobody voted on that? Then, okay, so I'll restate it then. I'll make a motion to hire a board secretary. How do you have it written down?
Who reports back to, is that what you said?
Who will report back to the board president and the general manager according to policy number 50-20. Does that sound right?
Mhm.
Okay.
We get it all down.
Okay.
I'll confirm that number's correct too.
Yeah, actually. Well, because no, that's 50-60.
You're speaking of the agenda policy.
Yeah, the agenda policy, exactly. It's the one I was
That's
talking
good
about.
enough, okay.
Yeah, 56.4.
No, that's a different policy. 50-60-10 is,
Isn't that the one that you wanted?
no, but I wanted to do, who they report, like, so the
Oh,
person
oh.
reports back, because they're gonna work in conjunction with the general manager and the board president
Oh.
to set the agendas and go for that.
Oh, okay, that's the
Yeah.
one you're looking at.
So I should really confirm that. That.
50, then it's
But
50-20.
it'll just take me just a second.
No, go ahead. While we're here.
50, was it 50-20 that way?
That was the one that we had all the trouble with at the beginning.
Yeah, I think that was 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we finally got it. Just
Yeah,
like we're doing.
it only took us 4 months.
Or that,
Yeah, more than that, because it started in August.
before you guys were elected,
That's right, it did.
way before.
It was started in February of 2024.
Year.
We didn't get it approved till March of 2025.
Yeah,
I
the
think-
50-20 when the controversy started. in
Yeah,
August.
But we finally got that.
Yeah, but I should.
So 50-20 is titled the board meeting agenda.
Mhm.
It starts off, the board president and general manager shall prepare an agenda meeting requirements, Ralph M. Brown Act for each regular and special meeting of the board of directors.
Yeah, Dan. See,
Fine.
thanks for coming.
Yep.
Good questions too, by the way.
So on and so forth. So is that the one you were looking for?
Is it the, let me see here. Board president, general manager shall prepare, yeah, 50-20.10.
Okay.
Yep. That is the one. Okay, and then.
So that's preparation of the agenda. That's not the minutes.
Well, that's, and we're gonna get, oh, and 50-60.10. Because 50-60.10. So with preparation to the agenda and 50-60.10, which is, that's the one that we have to amend.
Yeah, that's in the
Yeah, and-
packet.
Yeah, it's the board's clerk and ex officio secretary shall keep minutes of regular and special board meetings. And we're gonna do the board clerk, ex officio secretary, and or other designated individual shall keep minutes.
So the motion reads approve hiring of a board secretary reporting to the board president and general manager according to policy 50-20.10
And 50-60.10.
and 50-60.10.
Just do, no, keep going with that.
So the motion reads approve hiring of a board secretary reporting to the board president and general manager according to policy 50-20.10 and 50-60.10.
Yes.
That was a motion that, are you
Are you
okay with the second on that motion, Diane?
Are you okay?
Oh, yes, I second it.
Yeah.
Well, where is it though? Can you show me because?
Which one?
I want to see. it.
50-20.10?
No, you had, I think in the board packet, you actually had that board policy.
Yeah, this one right here is 50-60.10.
Yeah, that's,
It's in your packet.
yeah, that's in the packet, yeah.
And that's how we gotta revise, that was next.
So,
Yeah.
oh, isn't that what I'm seconding now?
No, you're doing just the hiring of the board.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying in pursuit with this as well.
Oh, yes,
What happened?
I said 38, it's on number 38, that's gonna be the next one. 38. And these corrections, yeah, I second. Okay.
All right, any public comment? Nope. Coming back, any hands raised?
Let me double check.
Okay. So then, roll call vote.
Director Thompson,
Aye.
Director Foster,
Yes,
President Down,
Yes,
3-0.
motion carries. No opposed? Perfect, and then, now moving on to agenda item, this is our next one. Board member policy action item. I1, board member request to revise policy 50-60.10 pursuant to decision to hire a board secretary. So, the original version reads, the board's clerk and ex officio secretary shall keep minutes of all regular and special board meetings, and special meetings of the board, sorry. Then we strike that, and then the new proposed version is the board clerk, ex officio secretary, and or other designated individual shall keep minutes of all regular and special meetings of the board.
Yes, I second that. I read that one. I second.
Public comment? You don't have anything to say?
So I didn't hear the motion, and the motion was made by whom? I heard a second.
I made a motion to, propose a new version. The board clerk, ex officio secretary, and or other designated individual shall keep minutes of all regular and special meetings of the board, sorry.
So,
Well, as proposed in the packet,
5060
Dot
as,
just .10, not 5060, just 5060.10.
as provided in the packet.
Yes.
I have no hands raised, no public comment.
Okay.
For a roll call,
Roll call vote, please.
Director Thompson,
Aye.
Director Foster,
Yes,
President Dowling.
Yes. Okay, look at that. Okay, now, hey, do you want to give out your general manager's report?
oh, so you're not gonna do.
Oh, sorry, discussion, well, no, it's still in there, General J, because we can go discuss that. But his general manager report comes first. So on that, and then we'll go back down to yours. Hank, do you want to,
Yes, let me get to it. Here, just give me just a moment.
you don't have to if you don't want to.
I think I need to point out, safety meeting update, safety meeting on September 11th, ergonomics in the workplace. We received a new transfer switch for the office. It's a PG&E, we got it on a PG&E rebate.
Oh, one of those, okay.
It's an automatic transfer switch. Previously, when the power goes out, we gotta get a generator down, from the shop, run cords to everything, and it's a real pain in the neck. So Addie actually filed a request for a new transfer switch. It was installed on September 9th. Subsequent to that, we went onto the PG&E website and we applied for a rebate for a new generator. The new generator was delivered September 30th, and so we're working on pulling all of that together.
Now, they're not doing it?
PG&E?
Yeah, they're
No,
not plumbing
that's
and all
our
that.
responsibility.
Oh, okay.
The fiscal year 24-25 audit kickoff meeting was on September 22nd. And we're shooting for a November or December presentation of the 24-25 audit to the board. There's a long list of services provided by LSL in your packet. I'll let you read those. But the final thing I wanted to say was, in your package, you'll see that SDRMA, they're the folks that we secure property and liability claims. They provided us with this President's Special Acknowledgement Award. And that has to do with our safety ratings and our paid claims and so on and so forth. So it's a real vote of confidence for the agency that we're able to receive this kind of award from our insurance provider. They're very pleased to be doing business with us because of our approach to safety and property and liability.
Perfect.
And that's my report.
Thanks, Hank. Any questions for Hank?
No.
No? Okay. Moving on then to remarks from reports by directors. So actually, Diane, here you go. So
Okay.
that would be number 4, right?
this was supposed to be an agenda item. But I'm gonna read it anyway and see where it goes, because I think this is extremely important. Okay, this is regarding the grand jury's recommendation 10. The Forest Hill the FPUD should update the status of securing its water right permit expired in 2011, no later than September 30th, 2025. Now, you remember that when we were working on that Sunday, and our board put something together, and this is what we put. The FPUD is actively working to update the status of water right permit number 15375. The district anticipates providing an updated status regarding the extension request by September 30th, 2025. Well, we haven't met that, but that's why I put it on the agenda today. Okay, here's the thing, is as you remember, Chase, what happened was we each gave our definition of what was going on with the water permit. Remember, you said something, Mark said something, and I said something. None of us had the same opinion. Okay, so I said that I would look into it, and I did. Okay, here's the thing that's really disturbing to me, is that, first of all, this is not disturbing, this is good news. There's nothing wrong with our water permit. This is, where is it, this here, this is on our website, this is inaccurate. The water right permit authorizing a water supply for Forest Hill expired in 2011. It did not. I had a very extensive conversation with Catherine Gaffrey, I think, at the resource board, who's in charge of all this. And she says, okay, well, I'm saying it wrong, yeah, the state. And then she also sent me an email and she said there was nothing wrong with the permit. It did not expire. And she said, what expired is, and then this is not news because, Jane Stoller has brought this up in the past. What expired was the FPUD's asking the resource board for a 49-year. No, okay, you say, you know it better than I.
What expired
Yeah,
was the 10-year.
oh, that's right, you're right,
10-year.
Yeah.
And
The extension.
to accomplish the
Yeah.
project.
yeah, that's right,
So they give you a permit in 10 years. We couldn't afford to put the radio gates in at that time, so that expired. But the water permit itself is fine.
yes. It
They
is.
say it's fine, you don't have to do anything with that. But the problem could start when you take that permit and move it to a license.
Yeah,
Then they could take your water.
yeah, she said that.
Hold on, guys, what was that?
We had a Nathan logged into the meeting to participate remotely.
Oh, okay, I just wanted to make sure that thing was still recorded.
Yeah, it's, as far as I-
Okay,
Okay,
you go ahead, because you've got.
sorry, Ron, I didn't mean to catch up.
Well, it's when you add a license to permit, we always have that permit. As
Yeah.
long as we keep up on the $10,000 a
Yeah,
year.
every year.
We'll always have that. Just not, can't be taken away. It was issued with the dam.
Mm.
But when you process it to a license, number one, the state water resources board will not give a 49-year
Yeah,
permit.
that's
For the
right.
simple reason they never have, and they never given over a 10-year one.
Mm.
So the permit, you have to prove to the state that you could use the water. We only use a little over 1,000 acre feet.
Which is less than half of what we are granted.
What we
Yeah.
do, what we store is 7,000.
Mhm.
They've said, kind of in the slide, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, the permit,
Because if you get a license, that allows the state to regulate our water because we can't prove that we need 7,000. They'll take that 7,000 from us.
yeah. I had a big, long discussion with Catherine about it.
So
That's true.
Yeah.
with that said, since this is just a discussion item, Hank, what is your thoughts on that? What is?
that's not at all accurate. Permits expire, the state can issue a 50-year extension of the permit. And what was right is they rarely do, but why would you request something less than the maximum? You request the maximum, the state makes a decision and extends the permit. We're not in any place right now to file a petition for a license because we haven't reached our maximum demand.
So we're not filing a license?
No, we're not filing for a license. That wouldn't be an appropriate step at this point in time.
Mhm.
Yeah, our water rate permit is expired,
No,
in
it
order to.
Hold on,
hasn't.
hold on,
Yes, it's not.
It's permission, expired.
Hold on, this is just, let him talk, and then we're gonna try to find a solution. Yeah.
So the permit extension is expired and
The permit extension is expired.
yes, so
Yeah.
that
But not the
permit
first.
was issued in 1967. The first permit expired in 1970, whatever. That was extended. That extension expired in 1980 something. That permit, we filed a petition for an extension, just like we did in 2011. That permit was extended. There was one in something like 2001. That permit expired in 2011. The district filed a petition for an extension of that permit in 2011. And so that's where we sit. The permit is expired. We are sitting on a petition to extend the permit. The state of California, they will review that request for an extension on their timeline. And so there's a lot of issues with the Bay Delta water quality issues. And so it's going to take an extended period of time to get it to get the state to make a decision on that extension. So I don't know what else you need.
Well, that's all, so what I'm trying to get at, and I understand that you, but this is, over this past month, I've realized that,
I've got paperwork.
well, and here's the thing.
Yeah, we have a.
But here's the thing, is I think that we forget that we're all good people wanting to do the same thing.
This is a lie, that's the
No,
problem with the lie.
listen, Diane, and I don't believe that Hank's lying to me, and I don't believe you guys are lying.
Call Catherine.
But
Ask her.
here's the thing, I don't believe either one of you guys are, no, I don't believe anybody's lying. I really don't.
Yeah,
I
it's a lie
think-
right
I
here.
think there's a misunderstanding somewhere.
No misunderstanding here. It's a lie.
But here's the thing, Diane. And so what we have to do is, I think we need to find somebody that's
At the source.
a professional.
You call her, call Catherine.
No, I'm working on it.
Call her, I'll
But
give you her phone number.
you're,
Good, well, why don't, have you called her?
no, I haven't had time, that's the only thing. But,
Tell you what we're telling you.
but so what I want to do, because what I heard there was like the license and stuff like that, and I really think there's some miscommunication. So what I'm wanting to do is actually get a source that we can all agree on as a board, that's a trusted source to explain this to us. Because obviously, just like the government code 54953, right? Because I see it one way, you guys see it another, but we have to figure out what's,
This is,
what's so, but here's the thing.
Before you were brought on board in 24, a man from the lawyer from the consortium came to a meeting and spoke at the podium. And he said, I'm an attorney. The consortium, you know what that is? It's like a Sierra Club.
Hmm.
Okay? They said, why, he said, probably 10 minutes, why are you spending all this money on these radio gigs? Why are you
$830,000.
raising money?
830,000 so far from 2015 to now. They spent over $830,000 to do the environmental report, everything, just so they can prepare to put those radial gates in and raise the dam. If we have a population that explodes, which is not gonna happen.
And you never know, but so in my understanding of it, and this is why I said, because I don't even want to argue the point, because it's not, to me, it's not,
Why don't we get?
I can't argue it because I'm not an expert on it, right? And I'm not a lawyer on this deal either, so we need to get somebody that we all agree on that they can come in and explain this to us, because obviously you don't think that that Hank's version is, you don't like that version, or you disagree with it, or you don't trust what Hank has to say.
No, that's
And
not true. That's, yes, what the water board lady tells us.
Well, that's no, what I'm saying is you don't, and you're not believing what he says, but see, what I think is, I think we're both saying the same thing, and I think you guys are all hearing the same thing, just like we are on 54953.
Why don't you call Catherine? Why bother having anybody come and waste our time in
Because-
a meeting? When you talk to Catherine, she'll tell you the same thing she told us.
Here's the problem, Diane, and the problem is if I go and talk to Catherine
Yeah,
and I hear something, just like a 54953, I disagree with your guys' interpretation of it, and we've both read it a million times, we've all done the research on it. And my interpretation of it is completely different than your interpretation.
That doesn't happen for this.
But that's, I think.
It didn't expire. I'm telling you that the permit did not expire. Do you understand? I mean, you don't believe me? I think you do not believe me. You don't believe Ron. We talked to her. She told us the permit is perfect. Leave it alone. It is not expired.
Fine.
Hey, I'm not here to ruffle feathers, I don't care.
But we're lying. You don't believe any.
Well,
We do our homework and then you challenge us on it. So you
I'm
do
not-
your homework.
I'm not challenging, I've done my homework too,
You have
that's,
to call Catherine.
I haven't told Patrick.
It's very frustrating to us.
So, oh, trust me, I think Catherine. Yeah, no, I know who it is, I just haven't had time to talk to her.
She is number 2 from the top.
I know who it is. That's not the
That's what
thing,
she said.
because here's the problem. I've done a lot of research, you guys don't believe me on 54953, see how that can go back and forth, it's not good. So what I think is, if we get an
But
independent
you're
source.
stuck on that. You haven't moved
Yeah, you haven't moved
You have
further
to
into
move
the.
to
into the
20.
law.
2302.
Yeah.
I've looked at all of it.
It doesn't make any difference. You're stuck on something that was drafted in COVID.
That's, and we're not gonna agree on that, that's why I said, see, look, this is how,
It says in there.
this is why it's, see, because I don't wanna get it back and forth.
Let's go.
I could care less.
Do you see how frustrating it is for us though? We get it from the lady that runs this whole department and it's not that we're interpreting it wrong. She said our permit is not, it did not expire.
Diane, I'm not
You
saying,
misinterpret that.
I'm not saying that you're interpreting it wrong. I want to hear and do my own research and hear from other people and talk to them and get,
It
and
becomes
get a source that we all agree
like
on.
that.
That way
Not
there's
being a
one-
long time ago. You want to know the answer, go to the
Oh,
source.
I agree 100%.
Go.
And this should have been, I mean, this has been a problem for a whole year of misinformation out in the public. This needs to be straightened out. The grand jury said it needs to be. This is way too long that this has gone on. And then we tell them, we write them in our August meeting that, oh yeah, we'll look into it or whatever. Well, I did. And now you're saying, oh, well, we need to go longer and I have to do my research. It's frustrating to me because you drag stuff out.
Diane, it's kind of part of it.
I don't think it's part of it.
What is it? Hey, we got some stuff done. I'm not trying to frustrate you guys. I don't have a dog in this fight. I mean, I'm just thinking what's best for the ratepayers, what I think is best for all. So,
The list is we've been going on in November.
so the rest of the list would be, well, so this, we moved that to a discussion item.
Now,
So we're going to do an RFP. We got to do the RFP for, oh no, 2000. What was that? Actually, yeah, that was, that's November.
well, it's.
Yeah, so that's because we already, so 2, 4, and 5. Yeah, so 2, 4, and 5 already went on to today's agenda.
The 2000 is the chart.
No, 2000, I want to investigate.
What is that?
Which one is, I know that is the chart.
No, it is not even close to a chart.
Okay, all right, what is it? What's board policy 2000?
Actually, over there, I came up with my thing.
Maybe I left it at home. Because I wanna do the chart. I thought it was board policy.
Picture.
I don't know.
I'll be out here very soon, so I'll check on you guys before. Okay, should I text? You can, text Suzie and give me my number.
Okay.
It's all we do.
It's
I know.
It's about.
Yeah, hold on, I want to make sure the doors, I'll make sure that,
Director.
this door is locked. I usually check them all, but you've got everything.
Yeah, I will do
Okay,
everything else.
Everything else checked, I'll just check this one. Well, lights, will just still lights here?
Yeah, that's right.
These hallway lights probably have a auto switch or something.
They have a switch like right on the way out. There's.
Okay, yep, so we shut those, I'll text you. That we're out of the building.
So we want that as a discussion item in, for November?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, 2000. I also will go back with it, because here's the other issue. Is that Hank is.
GB, hi buddy,
How are you?
where's my invitation to the wedding?
Dude, a lot of people have been asking.
Shack wedding,
Sarah was starting.
thought we were boys.
We can blame it on Sarah.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
All right, man.
She's not here, so.
Hey, I'm glad you're working here.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
I
Good to
would-
see you, Peter.
I would like to continue the discussion on the sugar fund, and here's the reason. It has to do with the 840,000 that we're forcing to try to get a 49-year extension to raise the dam. And it's ongoing, it's ongoing. It was,
Portion that one never,
yeah, the resource board said.
never issued one more than 10 years.
And yet we're pouring money to this day. You got a letter, Hank put a letter, just prior to this meeting, like about 2 weeks ago, to somebody, to Catherine, saying that, oh, yeah, we're okay. We've gotten over this hurdle regarding, I don't know if it was the Indians or the weed, or I forgot what it was. But so we're still doing this. It's still in the process and it's costing us money. And we've already put $840,000 into it. The environmental report was a cost of fortune. And here's my understanding. I talked to Catherine about it. I said, Catherine, okay, so let's say the population expands, okay, and then we need to raise the dam, that it's legitimate. I mean, he said we can always reapply to do that. Now, Hank will argue that it's very hard to do that. Maybe it's true, but the bottom line is that this is not necessary to use ratepayers' money because that there is not going to be, right now, we don't have a population explosion. We don't need the water. So why pour all this money into trying to get a 49-year extension, which they're not going to give you, by the way. They won't. Catherine
And
says,
beside that, they're not gonna give that to us because we can't prove we need the
yeah,
water.
exactly. Yeah, that's true.
If you can't prove they need the water, they're not gonna give you.
Yeah, there's a word she uses. I forgot the technical word, a water word that they used. And the reason she said that we won't get that.
Because that's
Pulling up
why they
water
said-
or something.
just leave it alone,
Yep,
because if you mess with it,
we'll lose it.
then you'll lose.
Mhm.
You'll lose.
And so this,
You'll lose everything above 2,000 acre.
yeah, this is very serious.
And the people here want the lake left alone.
Yeah, it's very serious. It really is. And the public is very concerned about it, and there's all this misinformation out in the public. That's why I wrote the letter to the editor, so it would get out there, so people would understand.
See, if you go to the radio gates, actually, I read one estimate on that approached $90 million.
Mhm.
And there's this thing that he says in 2017, it was 10 million, maybe it was then. But criteria for doing the radio gates, you can't log it with trucks. You have to do it with a helicopter. And the only heavy lift helicopter you've got is that Sikorsky. I've worked with it before. That's the only heavy lift. That thing will do a few hours and then it has to fly back to Auburn because they're not gonna let you bring fuel out of that forest enough without building a big pond to contain it. So they'll have to fly to the airport, fill up, come back, because they can't fly with that thing. It's a heavy lift. And all of it, all the vegetation to the 20-foot, wherever the high water mark is, has to be gone.
No, yeah,
The trail has to, all the blacktop has to be tore up. You got another ancient trail, you got all this other stuff. Well, anyway, let me tell you about the Sikorsky. The Sikorsky in itself
Ron,
could probably cost $30 million.
but that's stuff, I'm not debating any of that. I'm not debating,
It's useless to continue that.
but like I said, it's something that involves further discussion. I don't think you guys should,
Yeah,
like I said, I don't think you guys, I think everybody's talking past each other, and I think we get somebody that we don't trust and agree with, and then everybody will go, oh, that's where we're, and I think it'll be handled fairly easily. I think everybody's talking, I don't think there's anything nefarious.
I don't think,
The reason I can,
I don't think that Hank will give it up. I don't. And I think,
the reason I can say that because I've worked on dams in my life. I understand them, train operator,
And I'm not,
but I understand I understand radio gates. I know what spillways are. I've worked on them myself. I worked on the Folsom one when that got crane up on top and that guy got sucked over with the aluminum boat. I did all that too. And I've done it up in Orville, divers down to the bottom. I poured concrete when I was 19 years old. We poured 900 yards in 7 hours.
Wow.
Run a graveyard.
Well, like I said, it's something that we need to,
Yeah, but I.
we need to get, I need to get clarification.
Okay.
Right, so let's put it, I need to get clarification on it.
See,
And I would like everybody to, I want to set up something to where everybody on the board can get clarification.
so what I would like though is, for this is that where my goal was on this. Well, first of all, the website, that has to be fixed, okay, we'll discuss it next month. Okay, because the first line is inaccurate, and you'll find that out when we talk to Catherine. But the second thing is, I think that we need to, as a board, we need to decide whether we want Hank to stop the continuation of asking for a 49-year extension because it's costing us money. And there's no need for it.
Is this pertinent for tonight?
No,
Well.
for tonight.
Is this pertinent?
Well, the one thing we do, so actually, so can we leave that, so what I'm gonna ask, Diane,
Yeah, 1, 3, and 4.
can we leave that
Mhm.
on future agenda items to vote on next month?
Yeah,
Just leave it there,
Yeah,
and
I
then,
do, yeah. 1, 3.
that way we can do the RFP for the
Yes.
board member policy, and
Yes.
then next 1, 3, and 4 will stay
Yes.
on future agenda
Yes,
items.
yes,
Okay.
yes, thank you.
Okay,
That's what I.
so, or no, not 1, 3, and 4,
Yeah.
or no, 4 is the one, because I thought that was the one we were just discussing.
I want to study one.
So 1, but we're gonna leave them, but we're gonna leave them in future, agenda items, so the next month we'll vote on to bring them into December.
Yeah,
So they're not gonna be discussed next month, but they'll still be in the queue,
what do you mean it won't be discussed next month?
because we're doing that's what I was just saying, I wanna do just the RFP for the board secretary, that's what I was trying to say, I wanna do just that, so we can get that handled and done,
And
like.
that's all we're gonna do for the board
Well,
meeting?
you see how long tonight's, that's what I'm asking, I'm not, it's not.
Yeah, that's take a long time.
You see what I'm saying? I don't want it to, and now we're at 9 o'clock, we've been for 3 hours,
Welcome to politics.
right? So that's what I'm trying to get at, is would you guys be okay if we just do the board secretary and get that done and wrapped up and out of there? And then in December, and then discuss about bringing these back for December.
All right.
Is that okay? They're still in the queue.
The only thing is though, you have to remember that the grand jury wanted this stuff done by the end of September. So
With the
we're
one-
ignoring. Well, for example, this was an easy one, that they recommended that, the general manager update the job description 2301 through 2381. That's easy. That should be done. all the time.
That one, that one should be done pretty easy.
Yeah, it should,
Um,
it should, absolutely.
Let's actually,
Number 3, it's number 3.
number 3,
Yeah, it's
let's,
hard, I mean, take 5 minutes.
yeah, here we go, so, let's move, I'll make a motion to move item K3
All right,
to the, future, into,
November.
board member action items, or, yes, board member action items. Or should that go in board member policy action items
I don't think.
are you going to
next month?
next month?
Next month. This is future.
Yeah.
Okay, so restate your motion.
I make a motion to move number 3,
K3,
K3, to next month's, board member policy action items. There we go. Yeah, that's where it should be as well. And then we already have, board member, the putting together an RFP for hiring a board secretary too. So that'll be on next month's meeting, and those
okay,
should
so
be our.
let me get the first one first. Move K3 to next month's board member policy action items.
Yes,
That's the motion, or is there more to the motion?
that's the motion.
Okay, there's a motion to move K3 to next month's board member policy actions.
Yes,
Okay, let me, future board member policy, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect, there's a motion.
Diane?
Yeah, and 1 and 4 then goes for December, correct?
And it will, yeah, and we will discuss 1 and 4, next month.
Oh, I thought you said that we don't, the only thing you want to discuss is.
No, we'll just, because we'll just leave them in the future action items. and see where we're at.
Oh, you just leave it here?
Yeah, just leave it in this, so it just stays there.
I see, okay, got it, okay.
Okay, second,
I second it.
okay, public comment? Hold on, Ron, real quick, give me just a second. No
Wait,
public
no,
comment.
Ron,
Ron, we're gonna vote here in just a second.
We got,
We're gonna vote.
yeah. Just for the agenda for November.
Any public comment?
No hands raised?
No. Roll call vote.
Director Thompson?
Yes.
Director Foster?
Yes.
President Dallin?
Yes. And
Now
with that,
you can go to the bathroom now.
meeting adjourned. Good night.
I have some verification real quick.
Okay.
I needed a second before you adjourned, but you adjourned,
Oh,
so
sorry.
that's big. I'm gonna stop recording. More. Pause or stop recording.